Let's go live. Hello everybody and welcome to Encounter Roleplay. My name is Will and today we are back with yet another episode of horror on the Orient Express, as we have ditched the Orient and we're now going to be on the Berto Express soon. I can only hope, as long as we get out of these caverns alive, that is, which is by no means a guarantee. So let's go around the cast and crew, figure out who we are, who we're playing, and I believe this episode of this campaign is episode 6 or 7 of this season. Let me go find my recaps here. Episode 7? Good golly, Miss Molly, you guys are actually surviving a couple of these episodes. It's impressive. So let's go around the cast and crew, figure out who we are, who we're playing today, and let's start with Mr. Redundant UK. How's it going, my friend?
Yeah, not too bad, not too bad. I'm a bit tired due to work and packing and all that jazz, but apart from that, not too bad. Not too bad at all.
Fantastic, fantastic. Talk to us a little bit about Mr. Harvey Hiddleston.
Oh, yeah. Well, Harvey is a young aristocrat. He is incredibly wealthy. Well, he's part of a wealthy family. And he endeavored to follow a very close friend, Nancy, to save the world, basically. However, he seems to be regretting this, as I'm sure we all are. But, well, you know.
Immediate deep regret.
Well, yeah, may as well end it.
Yeah, why not? Fuck him. Fantastic. Awesome. We have Greg back today, pricing his role as Pat. How's it going, my friend?
Oh, having a great time, man. This is when the week starts and ends for me. It's Wednesday. It is Cthulhu time. I'm ready to rock. This is where it's at. I'm playing Herb Pat Patterson, the former Rough Rider and basically U.S. cavalryman. And he's currently over his head, but pretending that he knows what's going on. So let's have fun.
Fantastic, fantastic. And we have Lindy back today, reprising her role as Nancy McDrew. How's it going, Lindy?
Doing spiffy. Super excited for tonight. I was listening to some Lovecraftian Christmas carols earlier today to get myself in the Call of Cthulhu mood.
Nice.
Yeah, Nancy is just a the world's greatest private investigator. So she thinks, at least. And best friends with Harvey, as well, as so she thinks. And just trying to survive and, stay a righteous, pure religious woman and drink lots of whiskey.
And eat some maggots along the way,
What happens.
Whatever happens. Fantastic. And last but not least, we have Haley back reprising her role as Evelyn. How's it going, Haley?
Going great. Evelyn is a happily married and totally good at her job and totally sane lady doing things, getting things done.
Yeah. Sure.
All of those statements were correct. Don't look into it.
Yeah, don't read into the ritual dagger on her person. Don't read into the gibbering in the corner. Don't read into any of this too much, really. And just take everything we say at face value. Evelyn is fine, and she's got loads of sanity to spare. So yeah, let's remind ourselves of what happened last week aboard the Leighton Orient Express. Episode 6, searching for the Sedefkar simulacrum, an item of great power hunted for by Christians and Turkish cultists alike. The investigators find themselves in Trieste in 1923. So it became clear to the group that another piece of the simulacrum was in Trieste, and they contacted a local cult known as the Loigor. The leader of this cult, an ancient abomination known as Ifakwa, told them that the investigators would have to kill these Turkish cultists in their territory in exchange for the simulacrum. Upon breaking into a medical facility, the party were ambushed by the Turks and barely survived, taking shelter in a church with one Father Josiah. Turns out Father Josiah was not such a nice guy. He tended on the madman side of things, really. He's in that kind of category of priest. And he captured Evelyn and flayed her a bit, revealing himself to be working for Makriat and the Turks. Pat managed to save her, and the party went to a midnight tour at the Loigor Caverns in search for the Sedefkar Simulacrum. And with the help of the local Loigor cultists, they defeated a band of Turks, hunting them through the darkness. And at the end of the last episode, they were off to see what was known as the Master. It turns out that was none other than the skeletal figure of Johann Winkelmann, whom the party had kind of woken up from an eternal slumber, and is essentially a skeleton man down in the caverns. So we've got all that to look forward to today, and I'm very excited to see what happens next. As always, this campaign, I have absolutely no clue what the party are going to do next, so it always keeps me on my toes. But I always ensure that there is some bad stuff happening to keep them on their toes as well. So you can, of course, find our character sheets online if you want to take a look at them. And other than that, if you don't know how to interact on the show, then the first way to do that is by following. If you haven't followed yet, hit that follow button and join us. When we hit 20 followers today, you guys get to decide something which happens next in our campaign. It could be a good thing. You could try and help the party. You could suggest that they all find, sanity restoring items. That could be something really nice that you do. Or if you're feeling more like me and joining my team here on the side of evil, you can, of course, give them something bad that happens, throw a monster at them, make them lose some sanity, or something worse. Of course, we'll have another viewer decision where you get 20 retweets and 2 new subscribers. And the same dealio happens as well. You can, of course, donate to affect the game at any time. You can give players nat 1s, nat 20s, or wild magic surges and dark pieces, right? Who wants to help the party? We're evil. We all know that. The choice is there. The option is there, but we just know that you won't take it. Let's pick up from last week then. So you guys are in these underground caverns, and Kiana donates £12. It's my birthday, and I turned 20, so here's some nat 20s for everybody. Hey, thank you, Kiana. Happy birthday. Appreciate that. Let's get some drinks and chat for Kiana. Man, 20. What an age. I remember when I was 20, Kiana. It seems like only a year ago. Fantastic. I found turning 20 actually really horrible. Like, it was like kind of terrifying. But I'm glad that you're having a good time. So let's get these critties on the screen for you guys. And at any time, the players can decide to use one of these nat 20s and try and get themselves out of a sticky situation, which we know they're already in. You guys are down in these caverns with the Loigor. There's that one man who's wearing a suit and appears to only have one arm. The other is kind of like tucked inside his suit. He carries a pistol at all times, and he seems to be the one that's in charge of this band of Loigor in the caverns. And the rest of them are highly armed, and it seems like pretty well-trained soldiers as well, who are carrying weapons upon them. They have kind of machine guns, and they have these like priest blood bullets that they seem to manufacture, and they also have grenades that can go off and rather explosively, and they have just very successfully butchered a band of Turkish cultists. And now the Loigor man has said to you that we're going to see the master and see what he thinks of you guys being here, because they are a little bit suspicious why you guys are here. You coming here was definitely not part of the deal, and they weren't quite buying the story that you guys had, like, we brought them here to kill them. So you've just kind of turned the corner into the cavern, and you see the skeletal figure of Johann Winkelmann in this cavern, and his skull, because he is just a skeleton at this point, actually at this point has a glowing blue light behind his eyes, as if something is alive behind them, whereas before there was nothing and he couldn't see at all. His skeletal body is twisted and warped, and in quite a grotesque fashion, to the point where he has kind of very long sort of arms and like a shorter warped torso. Now, I believe that Harvey and Nancy have not witnessed Johann yet, and it seems only fair, because we did make Pat and Evelyn roll the sanity check before, that you two, when you see Johann Winkelmann, can roll me a sanity check to kick things off today.
You dick.
You dick.
All right. Let's go fail
What's
this
my
check.
sanity? What is my sanity?
I know, I'm looking at mine.
68.
Oh,
There we go. I'm
you
pretty
have
good. I'm-
68 sanity?
Yeah,
What?
boom.
Okay,
Fine.
well, I succeeded
Nice. Okay.
by 49.
You good there too, Redundant?
Yeah, I passed.
That
Ooh.
explains so
It's-
much.
Really? That's
It's only a skeleton. You know?
68.
We've seen weirder.
Yeah, sure. So you see him sitting here, and the Loigo men have their kind of guns not turned on you guys, but very much they're marching you towards him in this cavern. And Johan says, "Ah, there you are. I wondered if you'd make it."
Couldn't see his eyes. He did. Just like, never mind. Just continue.
Yeah, previously he couldn't see you, but now there's this kind of blue glowing light behind us. It seems as though he can see what's going on a little bit. He says, "So did you find it?"
What are you?
Aye.
"Oh, my name is Johan Winkelmann. You haven't. Oh, you two haven't met me yet, but the other two
no.
have. Good to see
I
you
mean,
again."
there's a sarcophagus for you back at the museum. Oh, you busted out of your sarcophagus, did you?
No. They opened it for me.
What?
We've been caught red-handed.
Pat steps forward and he
Correct.
goes, "I believe we haven't met either. I'm Pat Patterson."
Loigo man and looks at you, and he's got his pistol out and looks, and it kind of gives you this like, really? Look, like I thought you were cool, man.
When he was blind, I
Yeah.
told him it was
Such
hard.
a Harvey.
He did. He did do that.
Oh yeah, he did, didn't he?
Yeah, he looks at you, or he kind of like turns his head. You see, I've been gifted with some extra sight from Ifakwa, and well, I do remember your smell.
I remember yours too. You working for him now, Ithaca?
You hear coming from his like kind of like skeletal, the kind of cage of his body, I suppose, a rib cage. You hear a little chuckle, which sounds quite like Ithacus, like. He says, "Yes, the being is in control of this body now."
Huh.
Awesome.
So, where does that leave us? I mean,
Well,
Exactly where we were, honestly.
the two of you indicated towards me that you are no friends of Ithacus, and that you were going to destroy the medallion, and that you were coming here, no?
That is absolutely incorrect.
He tilts his head again. Oh?
Oh, that is correct. We have never made one comment that we're not working with Ithaca. In fact, Ithaca led us to you, and we were at one point. Can you show me where we have attacked Ithaca's cult members, where we have gone against his wishes, where we have tried to do something that was counterintuitive to his ultimate goal of reclaiming the medallion? All we've been doing is killing Turkish cultists and chewing gum, and we're all out of bubble gum.
And he like tilts his head again and kind of like scratches his skull somewhat.
I mean, we even uncovered the priest that was living under your noses for God knows how long, who was working for Macreat. Apparently a being of some power that you all missed. So if there's any finger pointing from Ithaca via Johann Winkelmann, those skeletal knobby digits should be pointed at these assholes that failed to do their jobs. They're sitting down here with their dicks in one hand and priest blood in the other.
The soldiers.
I'm gonna stop talking now.
These soldiers very much kind of like bristle at that, and the Loigor man kind of shoots a warning glance, I suppose, towards Pat and the group of you.
Keep your dick in your pants now.
Let's imagine Nancy's just still meeping at this point. And the Johan says, I suppose maybe the memories of this creature have been warped and tainted.
I mean, it is rotten, so...
Right.
Probably.
So you did simply come here to help? And you don't
course.
believe the medallion is within my own caverns?
I'm going to make one final comment, and then I will not make any more. But in the conversation, I was present for both conversations with Ithaca and Johann Winkelmann, who now appear to be Ithel Winkelmann. During those conversations, yeah, Johannequa. During those conversations, it was told to us that only outsiders of the cult could secure the medallion. Now, if I was sitting down here in these caves for hundreds of years as cult members of Ithaca, failing to do my job, no offense, fellas, and the four of us came in here and said, hey, we know where it is. Are you so sure of the loyalty of your people that they wouldn't kill us for the information and then present it to you as if, hey, by God, I'm the one that found it? Could you run that risk that the prophecy of the people that are non-cultists giving you the medallion could be killed? Of course we had to come in here undercover. And now I'm done talking.
The skeletal figure kind of like taps his head again, and like a bit of his like finger bone breaks away as he does it. I suppose that is reasonable. So, where is the medallion?
We're not entirely sure. We've got one or two locations.
Very well. Then my men will leave you be. You will go find it and bring it back here.
And you are to tell us where the simulacrum part is then, yes?
The simulacrum will be here waiting for you upon your return.
Excellent. Sure.
Now that everything is copacetic and I feel it's okay to speak again, do you all have a way of divining whether or not Macriat's men are traveling in that extraplanar space that they use to sneak up on people? Or can you yourselves travel in that area?
The leader of the Loigor men kind of goes into his pocket and retrieves a little timepiece. Says, we have managed to secure some of the timepieces that they use. Yes, but we are not masters of their land. It is very much their world. If we go into it, it is likely that they will be able to find us after a protracted amount of time of us being inside.
Great. Glad you guys have caught up with that. That makes this so much easier.
I'm so happy you guys know how to do that. I'm so happy for you. And he says, yes, well, if we'll go secure the perimeter in that case, and you'll go and retrieve the medallion. You hear a rumble from somewhere deeper within the caves, or perhaps coming from the entrance where you guys came from before. And the man kind of like furrows his brow, and the group of the Loigor kind of stand to attention, and he says, go quick, something's wrong. And he and his men begin to filter towards where that rumbling came from.
Will, can I run a perception check? Whenever that guy said that they had the simulacrum, could I make a check to see if there was
Yeah.
somebody that kind of glanced in a particular direction or kind of
Yeah.
like a poker tell to where it
Mhm.
might be hidden?
Sure, yeah. Go ahead. Spot hidden looks.
Alright. Nancy, being the investigator that she is, she'd be interested in that as well.
He is the greatest
Aye.
investigator, of course.
I think that's a super success. Yeah, that's an extreme success.
There you go. I'm in the wrong one. There we go. Fantastic. Yes. So, nice. And looks like Pat doesn't see anything. Nancy, you spot that as he speaks about the simulacrum, Johann kind of like touches his like big kind of like rib cage, as if when you like touch your like heart or something like that, kind of instinctively. That seems to be what he's doing.
Okay.
And it's a very big, dark, cavernous rib cage in there.
Of course it is. Very big, dark, cavernous ribcage full of simulacrums.
He looks at his purse, and he's got 10 simulacrums inside. Yeah. Oh man, nice. Okay.
I
So
have a genius idea, by the way, guys.
so the Loigor man basically tells you guys to shift off, and he kind of like points with his gun like move out now,
Alright.
and they're moving towards the sound of this rumbling from somewhere in the caverns.
What's the rumbling sound like? Does it sound
Yeah.
like gunfire? Does it sound like shouting? Does it...
Like a cave in?
It sounds more like a cave-in, you'd think.
Oh, great. Okay.
They're coming.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah. Gotta get this and get the fuck out.
Yeah. yeah.
Let's go to those western pools, guys.
Yeah,
They're
we're gonna
coming.
find out where
Um,
we are on the map, and then
Is there any way to the Johannathqua, is he still in there or did he leave with the men?
He, as far as you're aware, is still in there. But they are making sure that you leave that room before they go as well. Does that make sense?
Okay.
So there'll probably be
Alright.
like a minute where you're outside before you might feel like you'd be able to go back in again.
How many are there?
There are 5 of them plus the Loigor leader. Yeah. And they're
All armed with
machine guns with priest bullets
Yeah.
and grenades, yeah.
Grenades. I have a grenade in my nun's habit.
I've got 4 grenades, but I mean, I can't throw 4 at a time.
Yeah.
so-
Yeah.
So I say, let's leave real quick.
Yeah, let's
Yes,
go.
yes, yes.
let's go to the western pools.
Would I be able to mark this location on the map? Determine where it is.
Yeah. You guys have kind of been tracking, I believe,
Mm-hmm.
sort of
Mhm.
whereabouts you guys are in the on the map, and you're pretty sure that you're quite close to this western pool where you think the medallion might be.
Awesome. Okay, just in case we want to.
Yeah. Okay.
Visit. Know where to go then.
Can I
Indeed.
speak to Ithaquil real quick?
You could certainly go back inside. Yeah.
I mean, like just from the door, like turn around and
Yeah,
yell
yeah,
back to him.
Yeah. Sure.
Well, Pat's gonna say, if it's them coming and it doesn't look good, you got to get that simulacrum back to us. If they get it, it's over, and you know it.
Johann's skeleton nods once in accord. Go quick.
Aye, we're on it.
Yep.
All right. So you guys hear these sort of rumblings getting louder and louder.
We're gone.
And yeah, you guys are pretty pegging it as fast as you can towards these western pools at this point. As you head in that direction, and you're trying to navigate based on the kind of low light that you guys have on this map, and these quite twisting caverns, someone can roll me and navigate, and we all know who that's going to be.
I come in handy.
I believe.
I believe.
I succeed.
Oh my god. Evelyn succeeded on a roll. So Evelyn, you're pretty sure, like, you've got this down. You're like, over here, guys, quick. You manage to navigate on the map by this little low lantern light that you have going with you, torchlight that you have, and head towards this western cavern. The rumbling is growing louder, and at this point you hear the sounds of the kind of clatter of gunfire in the distance. And you know that Makriat's men must be engaging with the Loigor at this point, and taking part in some pretty intense sounding sort of tunnel warfare at this point. You're fairly certain they're close enough away at this point, but you're not sure how many their numbers are. So you come into this cavern, and there you see the pools before you, as described. They are deep, black, watery pools before you, and there are 3 of them. You know, one on the left, one on the middle, and one on the right. And they are basically standing very still, other than for like bits of dripping water coming down between them, and they looked fairly indistinct from one another. They're roughly about the same size and of same stillness and color.
I'm kind of disappointed that it's not like Indiana Jones, like on the back wall is like a slot and,
Yeah,
and there's a light shining and there's the medallion right there.
Yeah. Like, how did we see that, guys?
Disappointed.
Oh, wait, are there any like any like long sticks or something like that around?
Any long sticks? Not really. I mean, there's rocks around.
I wanted to find it, see how deep it was.
It definitely looks very deep. I mean,
I'm gonna get a.
I have a question.
Yes.
So with the tongues, we don't taste anything that our tongues taste, right? Like it's a tentacle that comes out of our mouth.
Yeah,
so
it's
we
not
don't have
actually.
feeling for
Yeah,
that.
it's not actually connected to your like actual sensory tongue, right?
Sweet. Okay. I'm gonna stick my tongue out. And...
Time to stick your tongue in the touch pool, kids.
And this is to be the first time that they've seen that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm gonna drop a stone. And this is before I do.
Just this gigantic tongue just like pummels its way out from Evelyn's mouth. Let's see if you can roll sanity checks, because you haven't seen this happening before.
Uh-oh.
As her
I'm sorry.
mouth
They
just kind
did
of
it for
gapes
me,
open.
didn't they? Yeah.
Yeah,
They
we
see
saw
me do it.
Pat do it.
I saw Pat do it, didn't see Evelyn do
But
it.
it's Evelyn.
Evelyn,
Two
I'm
different
okay.
Oh, I'm okay.
All right.
No,
No,
we're
we've
good,
seen it
see?
before.
Y'all are fine.
You guys are like,
Evelyn only hurts herself.
okay. Yeah, so, whereabouts are you aiming this thing, Evelyn?
Hopefully at the pool. I mean,
Yeah,
let me-
no, I'm
Directly
aiming
at Harvey.
Space.
knock me in just.
Can I touch the water real quick to make sure it's like water and not like
Yeah,
like
that would have been
water or
smarter.
something, you know? It's, I was gonna just do a little piggy.
That would have been a good idea, yeah. As Evelyn's like tongue just like smashes deep down into the water, it comes back like sizzling and burning. As
That's
it
why I asked,
Really?
do I have any feeling?
as it touches, it's kind of like, and you see her tongue just being like seared basically, and
Shit, if
and
it's holy
burn up.
water, that probably means I'm the only person who can touch.
And you know,
You
Pat
are.
Pat touches
Whoa.
it and feels
No,
that it
you
burns
have-
away a little.
You have,
You have eyeballs and a tongue.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
So you're unholy. You're not welcome to heaven, Harvey.
But I'm not like evil or done that bad thing. So my
What are you
soul-
saying? You ain't like us? What are we
Yeah.
talking about? You people? What are you talking about?
Alright. Well, Nancy is going to see if she can see anything shiny or reflective in the bottoms, if she can see the bottoms of any of these pools.
You cannot. It is a
Oh,
thick
great.
black sludge.
Oh, it's thick, and it.
Yeah, it's actually, as Pat
sludge.
touched it, it's like tarry.
Oh, that's great.
So it's not holy water, so my tongue shouldn't have gone.
Well, I'm gonna touch it with.
No, it is holy.
I'm gonna touch it
Oh,
with my pinky and see if I burn.
Holy sludge.
Holy sludge. You want to touch
See
it
if the
with
nun
your
burns. Just
finger? No, it doesn't seem to burn you.
Can I
It's
touch
fine.
it then?
Yeah, your finger. You touch it with your finger. It doesn't seem to hurt you.
But it burns me though.
Yeah, it definitely burns Pat.
This is discrimination, Will. I just want you to know. I am noting this in my book. Discrimination.
You write it down.
I am the unholy being.
alright, Harvey. You hold on to my waist, and I'm going to reach my arm in. See if I can
Okay.
feel around for an amulet. This is a terrible idea.
You're gonna get pulled in, I swear to
Yep.
God.
This is what's going to happen. I'm going to hold on to Nancy. Someone's going to hold on to me, and then we're going to, it's like a chain.
Yeah.
You
I'll
don't
pop
have
your tongue and wrap it around hard.
Oh, that's disgusting.
Ain't it though?
It's so smushy.
Yeah. So I'm gonna do a spot hidden with my fingers.
Okay,
Spot
sure.
in with my fingers.
It's not going to be easy. It's going to be the difficult medium one.
Okay. Oh, it's difficult or extreme, because that's difficult.
Difficult.
That's difficult.
Yeah. You have a feel around. You don't feel anything around here.
Nothing in pool number 1.
You're gonna have to. I mean, like, you realize that these things are deep. Like,
Oh.
you're like going around in like the little puddles right now. You're like rock pooling for a fucking medallion right now. And these things, you're fairly sure you could probably like dive underneath this. It's like this water is very deep.
Can I examine the walls to see if there's like inscriptions or something on the wall?
Yeah, sure.
That's a great idea.
Yeah, you can run me a spot hidden, Evan. Take some whiskey before going in, yeah.
Yeah.
Right. I'm gonna fucking
Or look?
unlock it. No, I have a simulacrum.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ah.
So screw you taking my luck from me. I'm gonna...
Screw you, world. I win today. Yeah. So Evelyn, you come to the kind of outside of the pools, the sort of outer ring, and as you go here, you hear the kind of fighting and gunshots are getting louder. But you do see that there are inscriptions on the wall. You're fairly sure that they are in German.
Damn it! I don't know German. Of all the languages.
Potentially, this is something that Johann left to remind himself of where it was.
Why can't everybody be French?
Good God, I would not want to live in.
Right.
I would not want to live in that world.
Wait for
I just know-
Cthulhu to take over.
I know French the best, and then Latin. Latin would have been good too.
No.
Wish I could help you out there.
There's no arrow or anything pointing at, this pool here.
No,
Okay. Alright.
it's a German arrow. You can't read it.
Oh, no. Harvey, I
Can
think
I,
we're
Yes.
gonna have to dive in.
can I use
we're
my
not going
nat
to
20?
dive in random pools.
It's really deep.
I'd like to use your nat 20 to have
You
some
let
kind of
me-
translation.
Do I want to do that? No, because I want to know if it helps. So that we're not digging around in sludge. Never mind.
Yeah, it reads.
it's-
Don't go
It's
in.
just words, isn't it?
Right.
It's not symbols. It's
It
just
is
words.
Yeah.
words. Yes.
We should have brought Hans, but he probably wouldn't have made it, so
No, you would have been the death of him.
that would be terrible. Alright.
Just like Pat was the death of his buddy, old pal.
What?
What? So, how deep in that pool are you going, Nancy?
Well, I was like shoulder deep and I couldn't feel the bottom or an amulet, so
I'd rather not just plunge into one of the.
I would too, but you hear the battle getting closer. We've got to get this damn amulet.
How
This is risk
quick
taking
would it
time
take?
for you boys.
I know.
how quick would it take?
Notice
for
how all
us
the
to
hedging
run back
comes
to
in
the
when it's
main-
down.
Say
Chamber
that again, Tom.
How quick would it take for us to run back to the main chamber? Now that we know where it is exactly.
You reckon maybe like 5 minutes.
But we hear the battle getting closer.
The battle is getting closer for sure.
Use the nat 20 to dive.
Hey, Conrad, we do have a
I
viewer
don't know which one to
decision.
dive into.
We do have a
There's
viewer decision
three.
here, which means that underneath this line here in chat, you guys are going to tell me what's in the pool.
Great. Let's just don't go in right now and then get out and leave.
Yeah.
We can't do that. Will not let us do that.
What's
I tried
in the
that before.
pool?
Where I just like, I'm gonna wait it out, and he forces it. He takes your abilities from you and forces you to do things.
I have.
There's a sudden cave-in. You have no choice.
I have
It's
never
holy
been
water,
charged.
At least it's holy sludge. That makes Nancy feel a little better.
Okay. I think I should sketch down what it says and run back to have him translate it. It'll be about 5 minutes, 10 minutes tops.
And minutes to get back, though. It's too. All right. Well,
I mean, I think this is a safer option than diving headfirst into black sludge we don't understand.
Well, it's holy
I
sludge.
mean, it's still black sludge, and you can still drown, and you still have
That's
to
true.
swim in it.
It's true.
If we're gonna dive into one, I think we should at least choose the right one.
All right.
Greg agrees that is the most logical course of action.
What does Pat think?
Well, Pat thinks that whoever's controlling this game never gives you any time to do anything ever. So if that 10 minutes, it might as well be 10 hours, man. Because
That is out of game knowledge, sir.
well,
Greg does not know that, or Pat does not know that.
Pat and Greg are working together now. Look out.
Oh, you know what? Nah, Harvey's just gonna run. I'm
The
just
German
going
to English
I'm gonna-
dictionary
I'm
suggestion.
gonna make a note of what each of the symbols are, the words, as best as I can, and then I'm gonna run back to the main.
All right, and
Stay here, stay hidden.
nice. And Evelyn, you can get a wild magic surge. Thank you to Evelyn, ladies. Nice £5 for a wild magic surge. And Evelyn, let's do it, boys. Let's go down this rabbit hole together. Evelyn, D10,000, please, as you're trying to take a look at this and you're divering.
10,000?
10,000.
I mean, it's not
Alright.
like you get soap teeth again, is it?
I mean, I could.
Don't say that.
The odds are never in my favor.
5372.
Yeah.
Okay. This is interesting. Target can track the caster with astonishing accuracy. This is kind of. I guess you're the
The
caster. So something is able to track you with astonishing accuracy.
Great.
Of course. Of course. You
Well,
should just
maybe-
kill Evelyn now. Just throw her in the sledge. Just
Yeah.
this only
What?
leads to bad things.
You know what? Technically, Evelyn, why don't you just put your finger in the water? Because technically, you don't have any grafts. You've got teeth, but so does Harvey. Harvey's got eyes and a tongue. So technically, you just touched it with the eldritch tongue and it burned. You should be, if you touch it, you might be.
You could try it.
Swear to God, if my fingers burn off.
Just, I'll put
I set
my
on
pink,
fire.
I'll put
Just
my
put your
pinky.
pinky in. What's the worst? that could happen?
I wonder, Nancy, what's the worst thing that happened?
Who almost sliced her pinky off?
Let's find
I'm
out. What is
gonna-
the worst that could happen?
Oh god.
Roll a d10,000.
Evelyn pokes her finger in the pool.
Yeah, it doesn't hurt. It's totally fine.
I
I
don't
can't-
want to get in it. I was hoping I'd set on fire.
So Harvey, you were running at this point, right? So Harvey, why don't you give me a roll of I don't know, like a con to just
Con?
yeah,
Mm,
to sprint as fast as you possibly can.
yeah, I fail that one.
All right.
My options is a German English dictionary.
I like.
Swear, if you find a German English dictionary, I'm done.
You so Harvey is just rushing as fast as he can, but pretty breathless at this point. He has been recently shot, remember, so he's not like feeling 100% right now. But he's making his way towards the cavern. But you guys in the cavern hear that the fighting is like down the end of the next tunnel at this point.
Pat's just stalking around like he can't do anything. But there's one thing he can do, and I don't want to do it because this always leads to horrific trouble.
Nancy is going to just like start chugging like some whiskey.
That's not the answer.
She's gonna like, if she has like a half flask or bottle, she's gonna finish it and then fill it with holy sludge.
Okay. You can
Might need some holy sludge later.
you can definitely bottle up some sludge.
Okay, Will, as soon as she's done bottling up her sludge, I'm going to take us to phase 2.
No, I was gonna say, see if it burns.
Yeah.
Light it with a lighter. Just
Cool.
I'm going to take us to 2. Is the holy water still there, and does it still burn me?
So you go into the second phase, and you can see the pool for a little more of what it truly is, rather than just this like dark tar. You see that there are kind of grasping hands and faces that are trying to pull their way out of the water towards you. And
Feeling a little less confident.
yeah,
about
and
this.
you can hear their kind of like screeches and wails. It definitely seems as though there is more to that pool than at first sort of meets the eye. And as you go
Is
into...
one of them colder?
roll me spot hidden.
Oh, aye.
while he's doing that, he's basically broken Evelyn, and she's on the ground. She's rocking back and forth. She's like, no, not again.
I would be looking at the pools too, because I gotta dive into them, and I'm like, that's with the simulacrum, that's a success.
Nice. Okay. So
I got 2 of them.
yeah, you spot that the far left pool, which is closest towards where the tunnel and the fighting is of a different temperature than the others. Do you see the 2 others have like steam coming off from them? This
Alright.
one doesn't appear to have any steam coming off of it.
Alright. Containing hill, containing hill, containing icy hill. Hill frozen over. Alright. Good to know. I guess that's the pool we should probably go into. I should probably go into.
Does it have a full complement of grasping hands?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Of course it does.
They're
I'm
not.
gonna go on the next phase.
Just keep trying phases.
It doesn't get better.
It'll get
It simply
better.
doesn't get better, does it?
It doesn't get better. We should just go back to phase.
It doesn't get better than this.
I take some of the holy water we got from the Father McStrokey's,
Yes.
and I pour some of that on one of the, just like a couple drops on one of the hands.
Okay. It does seem to kind of like retract away quite violently as you pour it over it.
Douse Nancy in holy water.
We got a ton of it. I mean, we probably don't. I mean,
You'd have a whole pool's worth, but yeah.
yeah. I mean, yeah. We've got like a couple things of it because we filled it up when we left. We filled it up with shit. So
Alright. Well,
that's one thing.
I'm gonna take a sip of the holy water too. Well, I had holy whiskey. I'm fine.
It tastes
It's
like
coming out
water.
your pores, right? Will, I take one of the flaying knives, the Christian cross laden flaying knives,
Mhm.
and touch the blade against one of the hands.
It doesn't like it at all. Doesn't like it at all. Kind of like just kind of flings itself backwards
I take some priest blood and drop it on it,
onto the blade or into the pool.
onto one of the hands.
Okay, yeah. As it kind of like, you know, when oil meets water, it
Yeah.
does that similar thing. It kind of like spreads over the top of it, and it kind of like retracts away. It really doesn't seem to like priest blood whatsoever.
What are you doing? Are you just pouring like all of our things that we have? Like,
Just-
get back.
Try
I
laudanum,
want to
try
remember-
morphine, try yeah.
I only got one more thing to put in.
Try
there.
my blood. Yeah.
Do you want it to be a surprise, or do you want me to
I've only got one more thing to put in there.
Evelyn's already having a panic attack, so she's not paying attention to you. So you do your thing.
Nancy's gonna be like, oh, that's a pretty spiffy, anti-evil demon dagger there. You got, Mister Can't Touch Holy Water.
Yep, it is. Will, I need to find a rock, a big one, like a heavy one.
Sure.
And I need to, like, when does this sink as quickly as it does in regular water, or is it so viscous it kind of slows?
It's viscous enough to slow it, yeah.
Okay. So something heavier in that state would drop quicker, correct? Because
Yes.
of the okay. I find a big rock.
Okay.
Okay.
You find a very big rock.
Okay. I move it with the tongue.
Okay, nice. Nice.
Okay.
This is the ultimate platformer level.
This is the worst pad idea ever, but
So bad.
I want to do it. I put the rock down by the edge of the cold pool.
Are you going into the pool part?
Nope. I'm gonna tie a grenade to this thing and drop it in the water. I think it might clear some of these fucking hands because it's made out of priest blood. All in favor.
All right, well, I'm gonna get, I'm gonna take Evelyn behind this, this something behind something. Can I have one of those, rather interesting devices, flaying knife type things, just in case?
Ask
The
Evelyn,
hands.
she's got like 20 of them.
All right, Evelyn, come on, darling, let's come over here
She's
behind,
like made of them.
I
Mine
did take a
is-
bunch of them.
behind the shrapnel barrier. Can I have one of those knives, by the way? Just in case, I need to defend you and a bunch of hands explode out of here.
She doesn't hear you.
All right, I'll just take one then. It's fine. All right.
Oh no, when I used the watch, it was covered in my. Remember, I put my handkerchief over the watch now.
She can still see that we're in a different phase.
That's
it's-
she's not scared of the phases. She's scared of the
It's
clock.
time. It's the knowing of the.
The ticking,
Watch.
yes, the
Yeah.
knowledge of the watch. All right, so at this point, Harvey reaches back makes it back to the cavern with Johann Winkelmann. His eyes kind of light up blue as you turn. What is it?
What did you understand German, yes? You understand German?
Yes.
I need you to translate this, please. It's very urgent. Time is of the essence. And I need your acquiescence. If I'm gonna save us all from the grave now.
So you hand it over,
Yes.
and he kind of looks at it, frowns. Oh, this creature wrote it once, referring to himself in the third person, and says, "Huh. It's in the pool to the left." Have you taken it down? Listen to me. Yeah. And he says, "It is not safe to go in there unless you are ordained."
Oh.
But
Ordained, as in a priest?
I'm a nun, guys.
Something like that?
I'm a nun, guys. Indeed, yes.
Is there anything else?
I believe that, well, based on this, if you were to go in stage 4, you might have more success. Although, of course, Macraet's warriors would be stronger. They are getting closer.
It doesn't say anything for us to get through whatever it is, a way to bypass it so we can go in there and get it straight away. Nothing like that, just it's in the left.
He looks at you blankly. No.
Ah, crap. Okay, thank you. I snatch it back. Stay hidden. And I start running back.
Woo, all right, so you run back. You run another con.
Okay, my con's actually pretty good. My con's 65. I
That's
should,
good.
like,
You got
be...
this.
No, I don't.
No, you don't. You don't got this at all. You're
Wound.
the worst.
It's the wound.
It's the wound, yes, it's the war wound. So yeah, you're kind of stumbling along as you're running, and trying to get back there. Something pops out of the pool. It's a German-English dictionary covered in tar. Of course it is.
Evelyn wants that.
Everyone wants
Oh, Nancy will grab it. She'll be like, "Oh, this could have come in handy like 5 minutes ago."
Give it a bit of a wash.
Yeah. Wipe it off. Just gonna wipe it off on my nun habit there.
Uh-huh.
It'll be fine.
Okay. So you want to hand that to Evelyn?
Sure. I'll like be like, I'm putting a German English dictionary in your pocket here because you're all like rocking back and forth. And I'm just gonna take like one of these knives. It'll be fine. Good.
Just get you take the dictionary, I take the knife. Okay.
And she would slowly be coming out of it as well by now.
Yeah. You got anything in language, Evelyn?
And own? Because I have a bunch of different languages.
Yeah, I guess you have anything in German, do you? So that wouldn't really work. You could roll me just an int to do this kind of quickly to try and translate.
Yay!
Oh, nice. Great. So you get the same information which Harvey has, basically. In that pool, correct. Also, stage 4.
Fuck.
So throwing the grenade rock won't work.
I don't think so.
Based on this new knowledge,
Possible.
I don't think. Maybe, probably not.
It doesn't have an exact description of what would happen if you threw a grenade rock into it, to be honest.
And it's a
seems
holy
very
grenade, so I
disappointed.
mean,
It is.
Pat and a holy hand grenade, yeah.
I
Alright, so
ordain
this
rock
has only
thing
made one
clear.
thing abundantly clear. I need to become ordained.
Again, you're missing something very specific.
Maybe I could just maybe a nun's count. All right, we'll see about getting fully,
What?
fully accepted.
We've stumbled upon a
So-
conflict of conscience here with
I'm gonna like touch her hand. I'm like, we'll come back to that.
let's put a pin in that right now.
All right, so
How much I don't like this idea. I think that maybe we might need to go to the 4th chicken. Just maybe, because it might help a little. Who knows?
yeah, should we wait for Harvey, or we probably should just get this over? Yeah. All right,
Well,
get
I
out
mean,
as fast as
do we-
possible.
Do we see things in other phases? Like other people? So
if they're moving in the same phase, yes. We can also see if they're, well, correct me if I'm wrong, but in 2, you can see anybody that's non-invisible in 1,
Yeah.
but they can't see you.
Yeah.
But then when we go to 3 and 4, shit gets real weird.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like there's so many rules in 3 and 4.
Right.
So you wait
we
for...
would need to get Harvey if we wanted to change phases, because he's not in the same phase as us.
We have 2 watches.
But I have the other one.
Right. 2 people could go on to 4, and 1 person could wait for Harv in 1. Pat does math. And then 4 something.
2 plus 2 equals what?
So I'll have someone wait back for Harvey, and then I'll have 2 people go to phase 4.
Yes.
All right.
Okay. Alright.
To you up with you, Pat, because I'm guessing you're the one who's itching to go to phase 4.
Well,
You
Nancy
can't put Evelyn in charge of the watch. She's gonna end
It's
up
a
throwing
chicken.
it.
it's a chicken. Damn it.
She's gonna throw the
Okay.
chicken.
Here's what we'll have to do. Christ, here's what we'll have to do. Nancy and Evelyn, you guys are gonna have to go on to 4. I'll go back for Harv. Because Nancy, as you are apt to tell us, you are the closest thing to God that we've got. So you're gonna have to rock and roll down this, what I'm assuming is gonna be like Satan's butthole as soon as we go to 4.
Oh, that I was more okay with it until you put into that terminology. But
It was the nicest thing I could come up with.
You're the one
Okay.
that's gonna have to do this.
All right.
It's
I can
down
do
to
this.
you.
Oh, I'm going to say a prayer, finish you off with some Scottish communion, and then let's do this.
Alright, so a couple of things happen. Harvey rushes back in breathless. At the same time, you see a Loigol man being kind of ripped apart by bullets. As down the end of the tunnel, he just kind of falls over and into that. And you realize that the Turks are probably moments away.
Guns out.
So
well, I
wait,
don't have a watch.
We're all in the room now. I've just come back,
Yep.
right?
Evelyn gives you her chicken. You can have that.
All right, I'll take
She
this
don't
chicken.
want it.
It's the left one.
Yeah, we know. And we're going to go in on phase 4 because I'm not ordained yet.
What?
What?
Oh, just a heads up. Makriat's troops are way powerful.
Right. Yeah, on 4, we know. It's
Yeah.
it's a thing. All right.
Evelyn
So-
learned German.
All right, I'm taking Evelyn with me, or am I taking...
We're all going. We got to, I mean,
All right, we're all
Harvey's
going
back.
now. Everybody's
Yeah.
back. All right.
All right.
You can keep that.
Okay.
I want to try something. Tell me when we're getting ready to go.
Now.
I think, yeah, now.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Pat reaches into his pocket and pulls the pin out of a grenade. Are we going? Are we going? Are we going? Now we go.
No.
Look,
He
click.
throws it at the tunnel. As soon as he throws it at the tunnel where the guy got shot.
Yep.
He throws it into that tunnel and take us straight to 4. I want to see
Nice.
if this works.
All right. So, you chuck in the grenade. Is there a roll for that? There must be.
Brawl or something? You want to just do that?
Yeah, that'll work.
Fight and brawl.
Now we're stuck in here if this works.
Maybe. Hey.
Hey, that's
There
an
you go.
extreme.
So you chuck in the grenade, and you just hear it just burst off inside that end of the tunnel as you go down into stage 4 and cover your ears from the sound of the explosion, the huge rumbling as similar cavern begins to fall in around you. And as you go to stage 4, you realize that the pools are writhing with maggots and tentacles once again that are kind of whipping around and causing chaos in the area as the tunnels falling in around you with rubble and dirt. And you see the cavern where the Makriat's men are coming in has been kind of like blocked off. And after, like 10 seconds or so of kind of silence, you hear some kind of screaming from them, and it sounds like they're going to try and move the rubble out of the way. But you've bought yourself some time. But you are in whipping, flailing tentacle territory along with writhing maggots on the ground, which
right.
Was this really better?
tasty.
Oh, is there?
So they're just tentacles and maggots, yeah?
Yep.
Just tentacles and maggots.
Burn them.
Oh, there is a throw.
All right. I guess douse me with holy water. Let's go in.
No. I'm not sending you in there.
Send me in, coach.
She is the holiest one of all of us.
Why don't we just burn the pool?
I mean, you can try that first, but it better be not lit in case I have to go in there.
I mean,
It's gonna be lit.
Will, there is a throw skill, but with the simulacrums, I would have passed it anyway.
It's all good.
So, just wanted to.
No worries. So what's the plan?
Right.
We're sending Evelyn in?
No, not Evelyn.
Sorry, not Evelyn, yeah.
Do you want me to
What?
drop? Should we drop another grenade down there?
What is with you and grenades? Stop.
What?
I don't have anything.
All right. So
All I know is destruction.
right. It's just gonna grab a little bit of the holy water, or the priest's blood, or whatever is like most readily available, and just like put a couple drops on the tentacle, like in the pool, just like bloop bloop.
Okay,
Any
yeah.
effect?
Yes, it seems that the tentacles are incredibly sensitive to this, and they kind of sizzle and burn, and seem to kind of like melt away immediately from just a few drops of that holy water.
Okay.
In
Now,
that case,
do
we
they
summon-
come back, or do they? Just
After
stay
a
put?
while, they do come back. Yeah.
Okay, but like I'm not gonna wait after a while. Like it's
Yeah.
just like just kind of drip, 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 drip. I'm so
I'm
tempted
very
to
for
just
this
douse
whole
myself
idea
and
right
jump
now.
in. Like
I think why don't we just use one of those grenades? Because the grenades have like dead priest blood in them, right? So just
all right, we'll try a
Boom,
grenade.
go.
Just stick it in there. Let's
I think
go.
that'll be the
And,
best.
and duck behind cover.
Yes, just.
All
duck
right,
behind
go
cover.
Pat. Let's do this. Duck.
Okay,
Okay.
I still got my big rock there, right?
You do have your big rock.
Okay, grenade. Lash it to the big rock. Tongue with the big rock. Somebody pull the pin on the. Somebody pull the pin on the big rock. pull the pin on the grenade, I drop it in the water, and then get back.
This is going to require some kind of roll here. So the amount of coordination involved in this. Someone has to pull the pin on it, then attach it, then do that.
Something as simple as that.
That's just an easy
I was
task.
only doing like 3 actions.
It's
I don't know what
such,
you're talking
it's such
about.
an everyday task. Okay, yeah, let's have a throw check from Pat. But first of all, let's have who is pulling the pin on this thing and like attaching it with the tongue.
I'll do it.
I'll do. Okay.
I'll do it. Can I
That's
do it with my tongue?
Can I do it with
sure.
I stand
Yeah.
from a
You
distance
do
and
it
just
from a distance. Yeah. You still have to roll a dex to do that to kind of like pull a pin, attach it back to the rock, and then Pat can do a throw to like launch it from the tongue.
I'm
Nice.
doing really well, but
That's
he's
a
just barely
success.
making it.
Can I just drop it in? I mean, I'd like to drop and run if I have that option.
Okay. Yeah. In that case, you can roll me a dex to get out of there in time.
Okay.
Is Pat dead?
No, nat 20, dude. I'm not fucking around here. So.
Yeah, you did well to use that one. So Pat almost fluffs it in the last minute, manages to get the grenade and drop the rock into the water. And after a few seconds, you hear it just explode in a cacophony of tentacles and maggots that splatter all over the wall and deafen you guys. And this is not good for the structure of the cavern, however, as you realize that you've basically set off a bit of a cave-in by doing this. That being said, the pool itself looks empty, and down the bottom of it, through the kind of mass of flesh, you see that there is a circular medallion at the bottom. However, as I mentioned, whilst this is happening all the time, there are rocks falling down around you guys. Rocks fall, you die. It's a very dangerous environment to be in right now. And you see that Makret's men are trying to like pull their way through the rubble at this point as well.
How deep is the pool?
The pool is at least 40 feet deep, but there's a lot of kind of flesh stuff down there to jump into.
Okay.
Can Evelyn try to use her tongue to get to it?
Can I tongue Evelyn's feet and throw Evelyn down, and then she can tongue the rest
Can
of the
I
way?
tongue Evan? It's just ridiculous.
I was so uncomfortable.
You can tongue me if you want,
Well, that made things better.
right?
You can tongue me if you
You
want.
can tongue me if you
No.
It's 1923. I mean, you can tongue me.
It's a new day and age.
It's a roaring 20s. Come on, Evelyn. That's a fantastic quote. You can tongue me if you want. So who wants to tongue who here?
I was gonna ask, do we have rope with us?
I don't believe you have rope on you.
No,
we don't.
this isn't normal D&D. We don't
can-
come
we
prepared
can-
with
I know.
adventurers packs.
We could
have no
tie
rope, we
coats
can
together
roll.
and like lower down, but then we'd be colder. So yeah, I feel like it should be Pat on top because he's stronger, and then yeah.
Pat should definitely be the one carrying Evelyn, I agree. Evelyn
Okay.
doesn't weigh a whole lot.
Original plan, tongue you.
Yeah.
You go down, tongue the medallion.
All right, there's going to have to be some rolls involved in this as well. So the strength of your tongue is going to be tested here. Fuck me. So you can roll me a
I'm not
strength.
worried about this.
Evelyn weighs like 110, if that. She's very tiny.
Yes, Evelyn, and he's also using a tongue. So
It's a tentacle
Now,
tongue.
granted,
You
that
expect
tongue
the
did disconnect a railroad car.
it
so
did.
I
This-
Also,
this
have you
tongue
not
does
seen
have-
the strength that octopus tentacles have? They're
pure
incredibly
oh,
strong.
I know better than any. Hey, ladies. The strength-
the
They're-
tongue is
they're
like the
so
strongest
strong.
muscle in the body.
Yeah.
They're so strong that you don't need us to roll for them.
All right, okay, let's start rolling for sanity checks to get involved. So, Pat, you can roll me a strength check. Evelyn, you can roll me a dex check.
Right, do I get a plus for this because of my girthy tongue?
Because of my curvy tongue. You got a
We do have
simulacrum
some
on you.
simulacrums.
You're pretty
Yeah.
fun.
It's not enough.
Holy
Oh.
shit, you guys are bad.
Please don't
Yes.
drop me. I'm gonna fall in the hole.
I'm gonna.
Anyone want to use an at 20?
he doesn't have any more.
Well,
so it
you've
doesn't
got
matter.
one, Evelyn.
But
Yeah.
it doesn't matter if I'm gonna fall in the hole anyway.
Well, you know, it's how much damage you take falling.
Yeah, that's it. I
Stuck
mean,
in the
like, do you
hole.
want to fall 40 feet? Do you want to
Do
fall
you want to fall?
a little less than that?
Okay, one second. One second. I'm gonna do math here real quick to see something.
Well, you did say there was fleshy stuff at the bottom.
There's
and-
totally
Yeah.
fleshy stuff at the bottom, yeah.
Yeah, but it's still 40 feet
Ugh.
falling.
Well, no, it's not. It's not 40.
You just said it was 40.
I
Well-
tongued you down at least halfway.
I told you.
At least halfway, sure, that's what happened there. What we're
Oh,
basically
okay,
saying is
I'm gonna look it. I'm
Okay,
gonna look it
okay.
because
Okay.
that gets me down to 57 with the simulacrums. So that, yeah, I'll look that.
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
So basically, what happens is Pat tries to kind of like lift her up on a tongue, but she's kind of standing on the edge, basically kind of like falls down, and kind of like comes unstuck from the chameleon-like tongue, and as she's kind of on her way, sliding down the kind of bottom of this pool, you manage to like stop yourself before you really fall down into it, and you can land quite safely after a smaller jump into this fleshy mass. So Evelyn, you're down in the fleshy mash right now, and it's like swimming in a bowl of oatmeal. It's like old oatmeal, like really really milky oatmeal, fleshy, and you're just like up to your waist in this right now, searching for the medallion. You can always spot hidden.
You sent the wrong person down here.
Yeah, I've offered.
We said where it. You said where we could see it though when it.
You could definitely see it. She's landed and it's kind of like splashed some of this milky kind of meaty stuff around. You've got a vague idea of where it is. It's just like actually grabbing onto it. It's like doing one of those like lucky
Can
dips.
Nancy look down and try to point it out to help her?
Yeah, you can always spot hidden.
All right. Oh, that's a good fail. I can't see it.
Wow.
I'm suddenly blind.
I think so what's happening up above is that rocks are falling down around a cave and it's falling in on itself, making it incredibly hard to focus on what's going on right now. So yeah, rocks are falling. At this point, I'll make you guys who are above roll a dex to dive out of way of rocks hitting you on the head and potentially just splitting your skull in half.
Pat, do you see it before you dodge rocks?
Oh, whew, I am like nimble, be quick, but I'm too busy dodging to look for an amulet.
Yeah. And everyone's saved?
Extreme save.
Harvey didn't
Harvey's not.
save on a 93. Oh dear. Alright, Harv. So these are just like the first rocks that are falling. It's definitely getting worse. You take 2 damage.
Little rocks. They're
Little
only
rocks.
little rocks.
Yeah, but you see that there are bigger ones
pebbles.
about to kind of come loose down on you guys' head soon. Evelyn, you can roll me another check unless you want to do anything else. So Bosking's right. Do you have like nat 20 if you just want to grab onto it?
I do, but I wanted to save it for an idea later.
You know what? I'm gonna use my 1d10 heal.
Good man.
I haven't used it yet. Oh, that's cool.
You should be at full now at least.
I'm almost at full.
Okay.
I'll get rid of that.
What's the plan, Evelyn?
I still failed, and I don't want to use my 20 yet.
Oh yeah, it's never fail, yeah. You wanna luck that?
I'm gonna add. I'm not willing to use 20 luck.
Can Nancy try to point it out again? Because I was so good at dodging.
Yeah, we'll give you guys up above another chance to do something here.
It's right there.
I want it. I take it.
I want it. I take it. Yes. So Nancy go like points down. You see it glowing down the bottom of the pool through the kind of meaty mess. You just grab it with your hand and pull it out, pulling your prize with you. As you do so, Evelyn, roll me a sanity check. You guys want to be this easy? You want to be this
Nat
easy?
20! Nat 20! Nat 20!
Oh.
Oh no, you can't with a sanity.
You can use your nat 20 on a sanity check, yeah.
I don't want to.
You just
ruined that
can't-
idea for later.
You just can't use your luck.
She's got this idea.
Well, here's the
I'll-
thing: if you
I'll use
don't,
it.
if you don't use this, you will actually just die.
I'm gonna use it then. Oh, no.
Potentially, right? Like, you can just lose all your sanity pretty quickly.
The sanity that I gained back.
I mean, it's not a guarantee, right? Because you've got some sanity gained back, so, you know, depending on the dice roll,
Yeah, she
You
has
could- you could
24,
risk
but
it.
we don't know how many dice.
Can I use a 20?
use a 20.
And just pray to God that my rolls work later.
Ah, I love this game. So yeah, you basically grab it, and images of Ithaca just flash before you into your mind. You just managed to repel it and stand strong against it with some conviction in Jesus Christ. Ithaca is trying to, you can tell it, he's trying to take control of your mind, basically, through this medallion, and trying to dominate you, but you don't let him. All right.
Keep that bitch.
You hear that? So, Evelyn's down the bottom of the pool. You guys see big rocks falling in around you, and how are you going to get her up? I think we all know the answer.
It's tongue time. You gotta try this.
Time to pull her out.
It's tongue time.
Tongue up to where you were, and then we'll lash tongues. We'll tongue it. We'll get
The tongue twister?
We'll tongue
It feels like a tongue twister the way he's going.
You're all
but-
tongue tied over there.
tongue twister.
It's like Sharknado.
Bleh.
Right.
So, you can roll me a strength to pull her out of there. Pat's a strong guy, right? There he is. There he
Making
is.
it out.
You Indiana Jones her out of there, and just scoops her up, and everyone's just like pulled out with the medallion. And everybody, roll me a dex.
Wait a minute. As soon as he pulls her out, he takes the tongue and pushes a little bit of her bangs to the side, and nods at her.
Thank you, Shauna.
Oh.
So-
With the simulacrums, I'm okay on that dex.
okay.
As am I.
Yeah, I'm fine.
Yeah, you're safe too, Evelyn?
Yeah, we're all good.
All right, we're all good. We're all good. So these big rocks are falling in around you, these huge kind of boulders that if they fell on you would probably just crush you whole at this point. You have the medallion with you. The Turks are breaking out of the kind of rubble at this point, and they're probably going to
Can we go
start
back
firing.
to phase 1 now?
It's gonna be
Before
the
they
same.
get stronger, because they're strongest in
yeah.
phase 4.
Okay. So tick tick, and back to phase 1, and you see this nice, calm pool around you. And some of the water's been kind of like thrown everywhere from the grenades, but the rubble is of course still falling around you. So what are you guys doing? Where are we going?
Whoa.
Run into the
Is
main
there any
gate.
other exit out of this cave?
You've got the one which Macros
Turks
men are going
went
through, and the one which Harvey went through back to Ithaca.
Oh, back to Ithaca. We go get the simulacrum.
Okay, nice. So the whole
Maybe
cavern.
he'll just demolish the Turks. Like, here's your amulet. Go get it.
Lol. Yeah, the whole cavern seems to be falling in at this point as you're running through the tunnels that Harvey's been breathlessly running through this whole time, trying to get back to. Evelyn clutching the medallion with still kind of like blood all over her hand from the fleshy abominations that have been sprayed all over her. And you return to the cavern of Ithaca, which is also, you can tell, is structurally going to collapse very shortly. And Johan looks at you. Did you find it?
Let me have it for a second. Talk to him. Let me have the medallion, though.
Alright. Yeah, I
I was
believe,
gonna
you
hide
know,
it.
those
Slide
Turks are
team.
right behind us. Is the simulacrum safe from the Turks?
He nods. Yes, it's safe.
Can you prove it to me?
I need nothing. I need to prove nothing to you. Now.
Alright, you know, that's cool. That's cool.
Give me the medallion.
The agreement was, Ithaca, the simulacrum for the medallion, was it not?
These caverns are falling in. Whilst I have
Oh,
an
yeah.
eternity, you have very little time. So hand over the medallion.
It's like a swap thing, you know, we slide it across the floor.
Then give me the medallion.
We need to see the simulacrum.
Aye. And then we swap.
he like basically goes to his rib cage and just
his purse.
breaks open the bones there, just snaps them with a horrible cracking, and inside you see that there is a piece of the simulacrum inside.
Which piece is it?
You see that it's a chest piece.
Oh. I guess that makes sense.
Yeah. It's in his chest. Now, hand over the medallion and I will give you the simulacrum.
So,
Drop it on the floor. We'll drop ours on the floor, and then you got
slide.
as you've mentioned, Ithaca, you are. This is the end game for you against Macriat. You're gonna have to buy us some time so we can get out of here. As you've stated, you have no quarrel with us. In fact, we've done you a centuries-old service, but we want some space between these Turks who are gonna be mighty pissed that this all went down.
He nods through Winkleman and says, "If you betray me, I will never stop hunting you," and puts the chest piece down on the floor and waits for, the two of you to slide it over at the same time.
We'll just leave them here, and then we can do the sliding. I mean, this place is coming down, brother.
Give me the medallion now, or I destroy the simulacrum.
Oh,
I'm gonna leave this up to you guys, because
Yeah, I'm pretty
stupid
sure-
shit is afoot.
yeah, it's
That's what
stupid.
we want to happen for him to destroy the simulacrum, because he can't fit them all together. Then it's
Yeah.
useless, right? So then we can
But
go
we
home.
have to destroy it in Constantinople or it doesn't work.
So in other words, he's BSing. He can't destroy it.
Yeah, she's like, I thought you could only destroy it in Constantinople.
We can stand here and bicker as much as we want, but these caverns will fall in and you will die.
All right, I think we should just, the world's already half fucked. Why don't we just?
he set it down, right?
It's on the floor in front of him. He's ready to slide it over if you're sliding medallion over at the same time.
I don't have the medallion. That's
Yeah, who does have
Evelyn's
that?
got it.
Evelyn.
Evelyn does not have it.
Oh, Evelyn handed it to Pat.
Oh, she handed it to Pat, did she? Okay.
Hmm
Or did
Harvey's
she?
going.
Who knows?
Drop
Who
the
knows where it
medallion.
went? Maybe he handed it back. Who? No idea where it's at.
This isn't the time. The coming. We're going to die if this
We
doesn't.
need to get the
No,
hell out
please.
of here.
So
Someone just dropped the friggin' medallion.
okay, everybody's of agreement that we should just do it.
Just-
Do the trade straight up. That we're gonna.
Did you have another idea? I mean, this was your deal.
I like the
mean,
thought of us just standing here, kind of like, so what should we do?
Huddle.
Is this okay? Should we just-
Yeah, the cavern's gonna fall
Well-
in. You gotta make a decision or it's gonna be
Yeah,
more dex checks coming in.
Go.
I currently have 2 grenades, and the rings are through the chain of the medallion. So I can.
Evelyn's gonna tongue and grab the simulacrum.
And I am going to pull both pins and throw the medallion.
God.
Oh, I'm hitting the deck. I'm done.
Guys, this is
Oh,
what's
wow.
happening.
This chamber
This
is-
our decision.
Is
We're
not
gonna die.
very
Rocks
big.
Fall, rocks fall.
We
party
will die
dies.
together.
Oh my goodness, this is a plan.
Nancy is gonna see this and she's gonna grab Harvey and just try to beeline for the way out. Just be
All
like,
right, so first of all, okay, there's a series of rolls here. Evelyn goes for the simulacrum. That's a strength on the tongue. Pat throws the grenade, which is a throw roll, and everybody is gonna have to roll a dex.
This is not a great idea.
This is not a good idea,
this
but
is
I love it.
Actually,
This is the
one of
best idea ever.
worst.
No, you know what,
Oh.
man?
Oh,
No, I
Dex.
haven't done shit yet. So
Okay, I'm taking that 6 to
with
dodge.
the simulacrums, I'm good.
So he hasn't thrown it yet.
I
I've
am
only
not.
grabbed it and we've all dodged. Is that all that's happened so far?
Will, I am
Get it?
not throwing the grenades. I am not pulling the pins on them, but I'm leaving the grenades on it
Okay.
as I throw the medallion to him.
hmm
And I am going to tongue Evelyn and jump back into the cavern that's behind us. I am not pulling.
I dodged. I'm fine.
Okay, God.
You don't need to tug me anymore. Please stop.
Please.
She's a married woman. You're a married man.
You don't
So
need to
we-
tell me anymore. Please stop.
Listen. We all know that ain't the truth, but that's,
Yeah.
what do you want, Will, from me?
A throw.
No, you're right there. You
Okay.
pass. Yeah.
Nice. Okay, so you throw the simulacrum. Sorry, you throw the medallion with the grenades attached to it straight towards Johann Winkelmann, and you see him just like grab it out of the air, and as in his hand, you see like. For a flicker of a moment, all of the flesh in his body is restored, and he's the man kind of standing before you, and then he just winks out of existence along with the medallion, and just
What about the grenades?
is out of there. The grenades are still on the floor,
Okay.
but I don't seem to be just going off just because you've thrown a grenade. So, however, you do manage to dodge out of the way as the cavern just basically collapses in on itself, and you're in a series of tunnels. As that cavern falls, and you feel like the rest of the structure is probably not going to be
Let's
far
go.
behind it.
Let's go. Go,
And
go,
you guys
go.
are going, all right, so
I have a card for this too. Let's run.
so you need to know which way to get out of here, which is a navigate.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. I'll tell you which way to go. It's that way.
It's that way.
Wow. Yeah, hell yeah.
There it is. Take a first left. So Evelyn becomes the party sat-nav and basically just rushes through the caverns. You guys see a light before you, and you see the edge of the caverns, and as it's like dawn basically is rising in front of you, and this whole tunnel system is falling down before you. One more dex check, please, from everybody. And everybody succeeds?
Can I tongue Harvey to safety?
No.
Oh.
So you got 11. You're basically just like dodging out of the way to get out of this thing.
How much did you fail by?
Yeah, how much did it fail?
15?
what is-
Oh, we have another piece of the simulacrum now.
So 20?
Oh wait.
20?
Oh, in 20 I pass. Wait. No, I need to use 3 luck,
Use 3
which
luck.
I'll use.
Yeah,
This is
save your life, yeah.
Getting about the simulacrum.
So this gigantic boulder just like smashes down as you guys jump out of the caverns in true Indiana Jones style, picking up your hat on the way out, and you see the whole tunnels are just collapsing in on themselves, but you guys are out. And you're standing at
Train!
dawn.
Let's get the fuck out of here.
Somehow you guys are alive and with the next piece of the simulacrum.
Alright, let's go. Let's go, go, go.
That may have been our finest hour. I'm just gonna say that.
Ah,
That may have been our finest hour. Because there's no way we should have survived that.
nope.
Not with the plans in place. No way.
Plans. The one
Plans.
Though it's funny, what's really funny, you had the exact same idea that I wanted to use my nat 20 on. That was exactly the same thing that I wanted to do.
What, throw the grenades at
Throw
him?
the grenades at me.
That's very cool.
Yeah, I was gonna be,
I mean, you get the feeling that
He Winkelmann out of existence.
he did, yeah. I mean, you get the feeling that Ithaca was merely like a host in that body, and so destroying Winkelmann wouldn't have destroyed him. But yeah, you see, you guys are out of here and you're in the clear, and there's like chaos all around you outside. People have like ran out of here screaming. You ran past some people who had died, like the tourists who just been
Nancy's
crushed.
gonna, like, in case any tourists recognize it, she's gonna be like, and run down the mountain.
She simply meeps away.
Yep.
So, you know, there are, as often happens when you guys are around, there are like people screaming and shouting, and there's also like police cars coming up and fire engines and being called and the like as this whole camera system's collapsing in on itself. You guys are away from most of the actual danger from the caverns, but presumably you guys don't want to be picked up by
Nope.
police or firemen or anyone like that. So how are you guys getting out of that situation?
Are there any trees?
Oh, yeah, well, one
Like,
thing
Yeah, there are
too.
trees.
While the massive chaos is going on,
Mhm.
Pat is going to look through and see if there are any guys just standing around, just
Yeah.
maybe playing fucking chess or something. Guys
Yeah.
just kind of standing around watching this shit go down. Maybe of the Turkish descent, or maybe a 7-foot tall motherfucker.
Nancy is
Yeah.
gonna look for what she thinks is the best escape route.
Okay, so 2 of you can roll me spot hiddens.
I gotta stop looking around. I suck at this.
Ooh, that is difficult. Success.
Nice.
Almost extreme.
So Pack on spotting any Turks in the crowd, and it looks too suspicious. But Nancy, you can definitely spot an escape route out of here. Basically, a quiet area of this whole kind of like park area that no one's in.
Yep, let's go. I guide them to that area.
Okay. So you run out, and basically you run for another 5 minutes, and you're out of the cavern area itself, and away from most of the like the madness. And you're on a dirt road basically, and of course you're out of the city of Trieste itself. You're kind of up in the mountains, and you can see the city of Trieste down before you, which is only just now beginning to wake up. But you have no means of getting there particularly quickly at this point.
To Berto's house.
You just want to just walk to Berto's house, basically?
We're in the mountains and we're walking.
Yeah,
the
that
city.
doesn't sound like a great plan.
Were there any cars?
That
That
weren't
we
police
could-
cars.
Yeah.
There's a
Back
bus.
there were cars, but mostly it seems like people were driving like away from this place.
Are there any like cars passing by? We could
Yeah, like hitchhike?
Any farms? Any like horses?
Oh yeah, or farms. Like, we're in the mountains.
Look for horses again. Yeah, you don't see any cars coming in this part. You know, you guys have run away from like the main tourist track, so this is like an old dirt road where it looks like not many people will really come down very often. You don't see a farm around you, but if you were to go down from the mountains, there are a series of farms outside Trieste, and it might be easier to pick up transportation from there.
That sounds good.
Will, can I make a track roll to cover our tracks?
Sure, yeah.
Okay. There we go.
Nice. So you're out into the mountains. The cool mountain air is upon you guys, and you feel a little better for being away from the caverns. You do see, as you're going down the mountains, that there is a car which is coming towards you. It's a black old. It looks quite. I say old. It's 1920s old. But it looks like it's actually like new, quite an expensive looking car coming towards you.
I want to see if I can tell who's driving it.
Yeah, is it Turks or does it look like?
Is it Turks?
know-
Is it Turks? No. You see.
My eyes don't work. Never mind.
It's very difficult to tell because the windows are
yeah.
tinted black.
I can't tell
Oh.
either.
Well, none of our eyes work anyway.
Even with plus 20, I'd have to use 8 luck. And I'm not
I got it with 20. Plus 20.
Oh,
Nice. Yeah, so Pat can see that the driver does appear to be of Turkish descent.
Yeah.
Okay, so we don't need to be judgmental towards everybody. We could easily ambush the guy and pull him out of his
Racism was
car.
very big in those days. So
Yeah, I know. We could just ambush him and pull him out of his car.
so you want me to pretend to be like a helpless nun on the side of the road?
there is only one person in it, yeah.
As far as you can tell, but you can't really see
Yeah,
into
there's
the back.
probably monsters or abominations. Or...
We have two choices. We can try to ambush the car, or we can ignore it and hide and get out of the way.
We can
Um,
also go to a different phase and see if the driver and the car are pushing off some sort of weird aura shit.
Nope, I don't like it.
Let's just hide.
Uh,
Safer option. I'm injured, okay.
This is
I
like the
just got
one nice
shot.
Turk, and we're like,
I
hide!
just wanna relax.
Redundant, how bad is Harv, by the way? You used your healing, right? Is he?
I did, yeah. I mean, I've got like this. There's only I've got a bullet hole that went right through, but there's only like a bandage over it. So I'm not gonna die in game terms, but
Oh, yeah, see, I met. I
character-
just wanted to make sure you weren't like rocking 1 hit point or something.
No,
Yeah.
Okay.
in game terms, I'm pretty knackered.
Okay.
I hide.
All right, let's roll some stealth.
Ugh.
Oh, come on, man.
Oh, that might be the first stealth she succeeded on with the plus
Ever.
20. Ever.
Oh, I fail. Oh, wait.
With the plus 20.
Oh,
Here.
I succeed with the plus 20.
We're so sneaky, Pat.
For the first, usually it's reversed.
Yeah.
Me and Harv can't hide, and then
Yeah.
Okay.
the nun just blends in with the snow.
It really does. No one suspects the nun. Yeah. Okay. So the two of you guys failed. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay. So you see the car kind of trundle up, and you guys are like hidden behind some rocks either side of a mountain. Kind of a get off the road quick moment, and the Turk basically the car stops, and the Turkish man gets out. You see that he's in his 50s, wears a suit, looks every bit to be similar to Makriat's men, but a cold white mist comes out from the car door alongside of him, and he looks right over to where Pat is, and who else failed? Is it Evelyn? And you hear Fenrilic's voice coming out.
I knew it.
Oh,
Son of a
no.
bitch.
You need a ride? I thought I'd lend you a hand.
Yeah, thanks for all your fucking help in the caves.
It doesn't respond. Are you going to get in the car or not?
Sure. Yeah, whatever. Let's just
Do
get us
it.
off this damn mountain. I'm done.
We've got a train to catch.
Yes.
Yes, indeed. Berto has, well, he's a lovely young boy, isn't he? So supple, so ripe.
You're just sick.
Let's drive. And Fenrilik, who seems to be inhabiting the body of this Turk. For those who aren't aware, of course, Fenrilik is a ghost-like villain, semi-aligned with the party, and he is also a necrophile, and very, very creepy and bad. But he drives you guys down towards Trieste, and it says, "So, did you have any trouble with my simulacrum? How many pieces do you have now? I sense many upon you. Oh, you have the chest too. Good.
Yeah, I don't know how we're hiding that. I imagine one of them's just
Yeah.
carrying it.
Just kind of carrying it, yeah. We bundled it up in some clothes. And says, how was Iphikor?
Cold.
Cold.
Yes, very cold. But, that's how I like 'em anyway. Where to next, then, on the train? I'm eager to know where our travels will take us.
What us? Like, you're
Yes,
planning.
Our is not a thing.
Oh,
You just
You're like
say
a
it.
ghost man. You don't really need to travel on the train with us.
oh, I don't know about that. I mean, I have been with you this whole time.
That's comforting.
What are you stalking us or something?
Even in the church.
Stalking? No. I'd like
He's
to think of it
tracking.
more of a caring eye.
Well, we don't want your eye looking at us at all times. We don't want you caring for us. We don't want anything to do with you. Let's be honest.
Oh, but I thought we had a deal.
You know what, man? We did have a deal, and I remember in that fucking train car, You said how you were going to help us. You were going to call off your dog. You're going to try to help us with the Turks. You're going to try to smooth out the way. You were going to give us things to help fight against Macreat and his men and any other mystical horse shit we came across. And you know what you did since then? Jack and shit. Except hang around. You know, we've been getting our asses handed to us, having to jump through all these fucking hoops working for a goddamn Yeti. It's bullshit, Count, and you know it. This is supposed to be a partnership, not you watching us like we're some type of play. I won't talk anymore because I get in trouble when I do that.
Oh, he's always so angry, isn't he?
Aye, that's how we like him. Angry Pat.
Well, my dog was called off the scent. You had no troubles with the doctor during your time in Trieste, did you?
Oh, so you're not like in charge of all doctors, because there's that Dr. Grey. She was doing some, like Grey's Anatomy type stuff up there in her office.
She was.
I remember the giant flesh monsters in the car that I was with. Like, she was turning people inside out.
I don't think he'll get that reference.
I don't. I had no idea. Is there any normal doctors that exist?
I don't think there are.
Well, Miss Grey is a friend of mine, shall we say.
Oh, there we go then.
See, I knew it. I knew it.
We've recently been acquainted with one another, and, well, specimens have been very useful of late. Once they were running round Trieste, I gave them a home. It's fascinating. Their flesh is inside out. Makes for a unique experience.
Oh, hey, look, there's Berto's train. Okay, bye.
Oh, bye.
So, you wish for our deal to be over, then? Very well.
Or you to, like, maybe hold up more of your side of the bargain at the very least.
Honestly, I'd rather be out of this deal right now and here. It just...
No, that's understandable after all. I have been a devilish partner. Almost as if I'll tell you anything you want to hear. Yes. Well, if our deal is to be over, then over it is, and I will once again unleash my hounds upon you. If that's what you want. Or you can accept the fact that I'll do whatever it is I fucking want with you. And I just won't kill you.
So, where's the next simulacrum?
Siberia?
How many pieces do you have now?
4?
4?
4?
Yeah.
We've got less than
too.
7.
Aye, less than 7.
So you're looking for a couple more.
Exactly, a couple more.
Well, you want me to tell you where the next piece is after you've been so rude to me?
It's just been a day.
Hey, you said this was a professional. It's all business. And that's what we're discussing here, business. We don't have to like each other.
Well, you did tell me that you didn't want anything to do with me, so I don't know what to... I just don't know what to think anymore, Harvey. I thought we had something special after I sent you back.
No, we
Remember, I can take you back at any time that I want.
No.
Yes, but if you do that, the party will be one weaker to find the simulacrums, and you don't want that, do you?
No, I'm more than happy to use you whilst you're still good for it.
So, simulacrum, next one, you gonna tell us?
I suppose I may as well. You're looking to take a little trip to Belgrade.
Yeah, Yes. Okay. Anything else? We're in Belgrade. Who to talk to?
My memory around that particular topic is weaker. Although my doctor is there working on it as we speak, so I tell you what, if you're still in for the deal, then you can speak with the doctor there for more information.
And he will try to kill us.
Not until I have what I want.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Or you try and betray me once again.
Hey guys, don't worry about it. We got plenty of time to get to Belgrade. His doctor's so fucking bad at his job, he ain't gonna find another piece for, I don't know, a couple 50, 60, 75 years. Count Fenlick here, he got himself a lemon. I'm gonna stop talking.
What's the doctor's name?
Right, so I guess it's to Yugoslavia then.
What's the doctor's name? Yeah.
Yeah.
But you've already met my doctor.
Oh, that guy.
It's the one that killed Katerina.
Oh, not him.
Yes.
LaRue.
Thank you.
LaRue has had a couple of improvements since last you met him. Dr. Gray's been very helpful in that
Sure
regard.
she has. She's got a whole lot that's laudanum.
She had a whole lot of lines.
Yeah.
She's got,
Yeah.
A
she's
couple of
got a
pieces
whole
go
lot
missing.
less laudanum. And morphine.
So, maybe I'll see you again in Belgrade.
Maybe.
Stop spying on us.
One last thing, Hans. That little reporter, I didn't think he was of much value to you anyway.
What?
And
What did you do to Hans?
simply a message, we could say. That I can do whatever I want with whoever I want at any time. And all you have
Anybody
to do...
but my husband. Don't ever touch my husband.
The message as follows. His work schedule.
He's very attractive.
Yeah. Here, and a list of his fears. Yeah.
And the list of his fears.
That's good. Yeah, he says, I'll be seeing you shortly.
You couldn't. I'm not. You know, next time at least take fucking Felicia. Don't touch her. We actually liked Hans.
And I like my husband. I love him a lot.
He absolutely adores him.
He stops the car and lets you out at the train station, the warehouse, Berto's warehouse.
Aye, let's go.
I'll be seeing you all very, very soon.
Great.
Every
And
night.
remember, leave my husband alone.
Well, I will not every night. I will, maybe, a lot less than that.
No, when you're asleep, I like to watch. Sometimes I
That's creepy.
come up,
Pat,
share a
Pat
bed.
likes to watch her.
No,
too.
what? No. All right, guys, we've got to stop off at the store and buy some more chastity belts. And
Really got to stock up on those chests.
Everyone, one for every party member. Here we go.
While stocks last.
Here you go.
All right, so he kind of lets you out, and there's Berto's train is kind of ready. It looks like you can spot Berto, who kind of comes over and gives you a smile. Hello, it is good to see you again. And Felicia's also on a train, but there's no sign of Hans.
Have you seen Hans, Berto?
Probably in his room, in the house.
I'll go check.
I don't want to know.
Yeah.
I don't want to go.
No one stay. Yeah, Evelyn, stay the fuck away from that place.
You come in, Pat?
Is there
You
any?
don't have to. It's
I know. I was just gonna say, is there any way this guy's not dead though? But I mean, I'll come with you, sure.
Oh well, we want to make sure. Most likely hanging upside down, eyes
With
missing.
his eyes and tongue
you know,
missing,
the usual
probably.
thing.
Right.
Trust me, I know.
Yeah. So yeah, you head into the room, into the house rather, and prepare yourself for the worst. And yeah, you look for Hans, and you see that his door is closed to his room.
Is it open the door? Well, actually, I'll knock first. It's only polite.
Yeah. No one responds.
Is the door locked?
Nope.
Okay, I slowly open the door.
I pull a gun and light a cigarette.
You see, Hans is on the bed. He is naked. He is slightly alive. He is covered in blood, and he's like quivering in a ball. And you look at him,
Actually alive.
and you can tell that he's just completely broken. There's madness behind those eyes.
Is he like, I'm gonna tap my hands, come on, Hans, wake up. And I'm gonna put my hand in front, see if he follows anything.
He doesn't seem to be able to see. All he can say is, please, please, no, stop.
Shit.
Marv, why don't you go make sure Felicia's all right. I'll take care of Hans.
Harvey will nod and walk out and close the door behind him.
I shoot Hans.
Oh, you wasted a bullet. Just use a pillow.
I got a bunch of regular bullets.
Will muted himself, so it made me nervous, but he was just sneezing.
I was sneezing. You put Hans out of his misery. You guys hear a bullet go off inside the house.
Oh.
I check his room. Does he have anything that would lead me to believe that he isn't the reporter from Austria that he claimed to be?
No, he has a notebook on him, kind of diary in which he's kept on all of the events. He doesn't seem to have anything which is particularly, suspicious. He's got, ID and stuff like that as well as to who he was. So seems like Hans was Hans.
Oh.
Does he have money?
No, he doesn't. Almost all of his worldly possessions were taken during the night on the in Venice.
I'll check Felicia, see if she's okay. Check her room.
Yeah, she, you can find her there. She's fine. She says, "Oh, it's good to see you again. Are we heading off soon?"
Yes, get your things. We'll be heading off very shortly.
Is Hans here? I haven't seen him all day.
No, Hans, he left. He had a few things to do. He wanted to go his own way.
Oh, well, that's strange. Okay, well,
It was
well, where are we headed to?
Belgrade.
Right. And there's another thing you're looking for there?
Yep. Yes, there is. Yes, there is.
All right, well, I'm all ready to go.
Great. I'll see you on the train.
Yeah. And Pat returns, I guess, a few months later to rejoin of the group. Nancy and Evelyn, you can see that they're not returning with Hans.
I want to talk to Pat like alone.
Okay.
And
We'll
kind of,
find them.
Pat, we need to find a way to kill this thing.
I've been thinking on it. I've been reading the scrolls that we got the last time out. Haven't found anything yet, but listen, he can't be as powerful as he's claiming to be. Otherwise, he'd have done this shit a long time ago.
Mm-hmm.
He's got a particular fancy for you, my friend.
Well,
We cannot have that.
yes. Well, I did. He offered me a deal, and I did kind of just run away. So, yeah. I'd rather him dead. We can find something. He's hiding something. He has a weakness. We just need to find it.
I agree. We are of like mind on this one.
Mm.
We should mark it down somewhere. It rarely happens.
This is possibly one of the only times we are of one single mind. It's a memorable occasion.
It's a good day, I guess.
Mm.
Well, not for Hans, but I mean, for us, it's all right. Listen, I don't know that the Nancy doesn't care for her, and I don't particularly care for her either, but we need to turn Felicia loose. She's just going to be upside down with her tongue out sometime.
Oh, I've tried. I have tried to She seems intent on following us through. I suppose the only other way would be to just go without her, but knowing her, I think she would find her way to us. I mean, she is a journalist. She's good at finding things.
It's a shame, man, but
I've tried to warn her several times that if she continues on this, she's going to die. To leave it all behind and try and find a normal life outward, but she just refuses. To be honest, I think she might have gone too far. To be honest, but she might still be useful, I suppose. I mean, we could just leave, force her off the train, I suppose, but she'll just catch us up.
yeah, you make good points, Harv. I mean, if you've already tried and she's come this far, I'm gonna hate to put a bullet in her, but we just got this shit. We're too deep now.
Well, maybe if I tell her I didn't tell her of the death of Hans. Maybe if I tell her of the death of Hans and show how many people around us have been killed, maybe that'll be enough to wake her up and to leave.
I'll leave it to you, man. You know her better.
I'll give it a go. I'll see you on the train.
Absolutely. Pat walks off.
Okay. So I guess Nancy and Evelyn see Pat, and you've heard a kind of muffled gunshot from within, and Hans is not there. Don't ask any questions.
No. Nancy might bring it up with Harvey later, but right now she's just a little sad.
Evelyn knows.
Yeah.
She just knows.
So let's get going. Aye.
Yes,
Eve?
yes.
All right, let's get the hell out of this place.
Oh, it'd be nice to rest for a while.
Aye. Well, we're all getting on the Berto train, so. Hey, Berto,
See.
do you happen to stock this train with any whiskey?
Oh, see.
Ah, excellent. See, we're fine. We'll be great.
So
Sounds like he looks like the perfect man for you, Nancy. Train,
Oh.
whiskey. What more could you ask for?
He wants to get you drunk and give you a ride. I mean,
Whoa.
what else?
Whoa. And she's still dressed up as a nun at this point, so she's just. I think he's got better moral values than that. Pat.
I don't know what you're implying. Whatever.
He's
I'm
a
getting on the
man.
train.
Right, let's get on the Berto train.
all right.
Let's ride the Berto train.
All right, aim to run. Yeah. So, all right, you ride that train, and Berto immediately kind of like starts heading out. He's like, "Where to?"
We're going to Belgrade.
Oh, okay. And the train just starts kind of like chugging away out of town.
Great.
Harvey, you can find Felicia.
Yeah.
At one point.
I guess I'll tell her. I'm just gonna. I'm not sure how it is. Do we have rooms of our own, or is it just like...
Yeah. You got rooms of your own. They're nowhere near as like comfy as they were before on the Orient, but they exist.
I knock her door.
Come in. She's up and she's got a little notebook out she puts down. Hey.
Hey, Felicia. Sorry to disturb you. Have you got a minute to?
Yeah, of course. There's nothing else to do here.
I sit down if there's anything. Felicia, do you remember the warning I gave you about the dangers of hanging around us and going on this venture?
Well, yeah, I mean, you're pretty insistent. Here I am.
Indeed, and here you are. But Hans isn't. You see, people around us die horribly. And unfortunately, Hans, he died. He didn't leave, he died.
How did he die? You got gulps.
Are you sure you want to hear this? Because it's quite horrific.
Was he killed or?
when we found him, he was near death. He had lost his mind. He had lost everything that was Hans. He was just a husk of flesh.
God. Why?
Yes.
Why?
Because he was with us. See, this is what I'm trying to tell you, Felicia. Being around us, being what we're doing, they don't kill us. I mean, they try, but if they can't kill us, they kill people around us. People like you. And that's why I wanted to warn you to not follow us. Now we're going to Belgrade, and again, I strongly urge you to take the nearest train back home, because I fear that your fate will be what happened to Hans.
But you tell me that this is the difference between the world existing or not. And I've seen things on that trading that you wouldn't have believed years ago, and neither would have I. And that was horrific as well.
Well, that's true. That is very horrific. But the point I'm saying is, what's the point if you're here to try and save the world if you're not going to see the world afterwards? What I'm saying here is, Felicia, you will die horribly if you stay around us. Horribly. The things that are following us, are watching us, these things are beings of unimaginable terror, and I've experienced their terror firsthand, and I would not wish that on anyone, and it will happen to you.
Roll me persuade, Harvey.
What is my persuade, actually?
I would never wish that upon anybody.
Not bad.
Not my husband.
Not bad. Oh, critical success.
Oh, damn.
I scared the shit out of her.
I scared the shit out of her. Yeah, she kind of like bows her head. She's like, I guess you're right. I guess if Hans is dead, then they'll probably come after me next, and it's not as if anyone can really protect me. There must be something I can do whilst I'm not traveling with you, though. There must be some way I can help where I'm not in direct danger.
Maybe there is. For you, when we reach Belgrade, I would like you to head back on home. However, when you're there, see if you could look up as much information as you possibly can about Crumbs. I forgot his name.
Macria?
No, not the one that we made a deal with.
Benelek?
Yeah. I would like you to make a person Fenelek throughout the age. Count Fenelek. I can't remember the actual location he lived in. What was the...
Oh, God, that's a good question.
Oh,
Somewhere
well, I
in
say whatever
Reporter.
that is.
Somewhere in
France.
France, wasn't it? I forget the
France.
location
It
in
was-
France. It was
I've got it somewhere.
a long
Yep.
time ago.
Yeah.
For Milan.
Anyway, I tell her the
Milan.
location of that, and and find out anything you can about him, and whatever he is, what he could be. Think up things like cold mists can be able to, control things and stuff. Just anything we can about him and what we can do to stop him.
Okay,
Or
okay.
a weakness. Do it quietly, very, very quietly, and wire to us at some point you possibly can.
Okay. Right, all right, I'll get off at Belgrade and try and find out as much as I can.
Thank you. See,
What about you, though?
me?
You could leave as well. You could come with me.
I think I'm far too deep in this to walk away now.
What does that mean? Well, like you said, what's the point in doing this if there's not a world to see afterwards?
Someone has to make it. Well, there has to be someone to make sure there is a world afterwards.
Well, I'm sure the others will see to it. Pat, he knows how to get things done. I mean, it seems like you're more of one of them that still has it together, Harvey. It seems like if any of them were to get out and be able to live a normal life, it would be you. But how much longer can you say that you will remain yourself? How many more escapades can you survive? I mean, you took a bullet. Not the first either.
Yeah, I know. I've taken a few. As many as it needs to be. I mean, that's the reason I've got to stay with them, is because I am the only one. I am the one who can see light at the end of this horrifically long tunnel. I'm the one who can see a life after all of this. I have to stay with them and keeping them hope that there is survival, because they will just get reckless otherwise.
I worry about you with the others. Seems like you do things that you don't want to do.
I do. But at the same time, I prevent the others doing things that they shouldn't do.
I hope that's true. Well, thanks, Harvey.
No worries. I'll make a good cup of tea and bring it to you later.
Most English thing to do.
No. She is English, isn't she?
She is English, yes.
Yeah, there we go. It's fine, then. It's fine. So I make a cuppa.
All right, make a cover. Yeah, so, all right, yep, you spend some time with Felicia. Anything else that you guys want to be doing along your journey to Belgrade?
Sleep and heal.
Yeah, resting. Nancy's gonna do a whole lot. You know, this whole experience with the church and seeing the unbelievers be burned by the holy sludge and stuff. She's gonna spend a lot of time devoted in prayer.
Okay.
On the train.
Evelyn wants to study more Turkish to learn more of the language.
Okay.
Do we really need German now? Because I want to learn enough Turkish by the time we get to Constantinople.
Go into Yugoslavia.
Oh, that's a good point. We
Yes.
do have we actually have the German to English. To
Yeah,
German.
we have that,
We
and I
can-
have
We
a
have
Turkish
that
book
now.
that I took as well from the library to
Yeah.
borrow.
Just return it at
amount
a
of
different
links
library.
you're
They're
gonna get
connected.
for
It's
that.
I'll
fine.
bring back to my own library if I still work there. So that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to learn more Turkish.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nancy's gonna try to become the private and the Joan of Arc of private investigators.
I kind of see Nancy thinking she's an archangel now. You know, vengeance.
Yeah, I am gonna be a holy warrior like Joan of Arc, but Scottish. So like, I gotta get,
And drunk.
And drunk.
it's Scottish communion. It's how we worship. It's whiskey.
Okay.
Uh,
I do hear a vacuum there. And Pat, are you up to anything?
yes, I am. Pat's going to get high on laudanum and finish reading the scrolls that we recovered from the last place we recovered stuff from.
Did you finish reading the one that I had?
Yeah, we got the new ones though. We got them from. Who did we get that new scroll from?
I don't know.
Help me out! I'm stupid. I can't.
You did have
I
the
think
second
that
scroll.
we got them in the
The crate, your Christmas
Yes, your
present.
Christmas present.
Oh,
would be great.
right.
I was like the box.
Yeah, I
No,
think you
that's
did.
right, okay.
Yeah, you did read that one. Yeah.
I didn't get anything from it though. I didn't get any Cthulhu mythos or spells. I want spells.
Some spells.
'Cause
Okay.
It was supposed to be protective or protective magic or things that can pierce protection
Yes.
magic.
Yeah.
I think that's what it was.
Yeah.
So that's what I'll do.
Okay, dokie. You'll have a little read. So Harvey's been up there. All right, everyone. First of all, because you're chilling for a bit, can roll me a d6. You spend some time aboard the Berto train. Oh wow, that's some bad rolls. That's the amount of sanity which you restore.
Oh, Pat likes the Birdo train.
Pat really loves the Berto train.
Can I swap sanity gains with Pat, please?
If
Oh
only.
yeah, if she wants to swap it, I'll swap it with her.
No,
Oh.
that is not allowed.
We've shared tongues, for God's sake.
Yeah, we
You're
should
both
just add ours
married,
and
you
then half
shouldn't be
it.
swapping spit. It helps a little bit.
Okay, so Pat, the scroll, you'd previously learned that spell Contact Loigor. You now learn the spell Contact Ithaqua, which is a direct conversation with Ithaqua on a similar deal. Same mechanics as the previous one. Just that you get to speak with Ithaqua in a dreamlike state and ask him questions. And he does know some stuff, does that Ithaqua, so it could be useful. Evelyn, you learn more Turkish. And so we'll say at this point that you have like a vague understanding of like some simple Turkish terms and words. Nothing particularly incredible, but like you understand some base root words. And
Do you want to give me a number? Because I've been adding numbers.
yeah, let's see. So you got language.
Because I have Turkish at 28.
Okay, yeah. Add an extra 10% onto your Turk.
Okie dokie.
Plus 10 to Turk, yes. It's not too long as you're traveling across these lines. And Berto's made it like known to you guys that like this is technically not legal. You can't just get trained and just go wherever you want. So we'll have to be careful. We have to store it somewhere when we get to the city, and have
Good to know.
Thing is, this one will come into an old train station. I have planned it on map, which I have learned now. And we'll come into old train station no one about, but technically it is their property, so if anyone came and saw a train, big fuss. Berto arrested, oh no. No train.
Right, well, we'll just have to make sure we don't get caught then.
Don't worry, Berto. We'll bribe whichever official that comes through. It's fine.
We'll bribe whichever official.
Not knowing anything about trains in this respect, could Berto like ride the rails and come back to a specific point once or twice a day and kind of just circle? I mean, as long as he can reach.
Yeah, he says, but I could do that. A little bit more risky, because we're out and open. People might see us.
All right, so probably better to try and hide the train.
Right. If we're not using it, hide it, cover it. I know, put up signs saying no trains here.
That's a good idea.
Berto like grins with
abandoned,
pride.
keep out. I think that's a great sign too.
I mean, the best place to hide it would be to hide it in the old train, because they could just think it's just an old train just abandoned,
Aye,
right?
Right.
it's possible. Especially if we, like put some old stuffing equipment against it and stuff, make it look.
Yes.
Unless someone set another city on fire and people were trying to escape the city. It could be the only reason they may come to an abandoned train site to find a train.
Well, that's never happened.
What's the likelihood of happening it twice?
Right?
Less than 10%.
Which is Pat's persuade score, funnily enough. Yeah. So yeah, Berto basically pulls in this train after a couple of days into Belgrade, and he lets you out in this old sort of abandoned station, and he says, so here we are. It's like got a roof over it. It's old kind of like warehouse. There are signs up saying the station is closed down. There's no one around. And you're kind of in like it seems like you're in a sort of poorer district of town, which is a lot of that's been like closed down. A lot of the infrastructure of it seems to have been closed down. You see Berto and Felicia kind of getting out, and Berto says, "I'll stay here and wait for train." And Felicia says, "Well, I'm going to head off then."
Take care.
Bye, Felicia.
Felicia.
Bye.
What?
Bye, Felicia.
Bye, Felicia.
She kind of slinks off. So Berto's staying where he is. He says, we're in the south side of town. Don't know much about this place.
It's great. We don't either. So, Nancy's gonna look for any like old tarps or anything that they might have laying around the
Yeah,
abandoned
yeah.
warehouse.
Yeah, it's safe
Kinda
to
see
say
what they can do to.
you can find some old
Cover.
tarps. Yeah, dusty old tarps and kind of put them on top of this thing. It doesn't like completely cover it, but it's better than
Yeah.
nothing.
And then if it's like in a warehouse, maybe like kind of like stack some boards up against the windows. Try to make it as least visible as possible.
Yeah, sure. Okay. The Berta helps you out as well, and you guys kind of cover up some of the train. He's like, it looks good enough. I think that will hold up to most inspection. So, where is it you're going?
To the doctor's office.
Is that where we want to start?
I suppose.
Or the library. You know, we always seem to wind up hitting one of those in town.
Will, would you say that the Belgrade looks to be in like a depressed situation, like economically?
You'd have to like head out into the actual city to get a good vibe of it. It could be that you're just in a, most towns have like areas that are industrially sort of broken down.
Right. I am going to be on a vigilant, constant lookout for clock towers.
Nice. Okay.
That's it.
Noted. I'll let you know when you see a clock tower. So where you guys headed? I mean, like, if you head out of the station itself, the area which you're in is kind of, quite industrial, but no one's really living around here. It looks like quite a deprived sort of area, but it doesn't have the same level of sort of, people depressed in the streets as, like,
Milan?
Milan had, yeah.
I mean,
Okay.
everything's on the way anyway. So.
This is true.
Yeah, aye. True.
This is actually just the journey to get back to England. This is all along the way.
It's just a loop. It's a circle.
If you turn around, it's always in a straight line.
I say that we go to a library first before we just go to the doctor's.
Aye.
That's spooky.
I'm sure he'll find
It's
us.
fun like in your
What
house.
are we looking for in the library?
Research on the doctor, research on the area, anything
We're
to
not
give
going
us a
to.
better
He's
idea.
native to Paris, so I don't think we'll find research on the doctor here.
Okay.
Because it's Dr. Leroux,
Mm.
and the asylum
Oh,
was
you're
in
right, yeah.
Paris. So, but we can
Uh,
do research on maybe odd instances of occult things happening, or just that kind of thing. Simulacrum.
That's going to be a very broad search.
Death of priests.
I'll look into
Definitely
some
more
of the holy affairs in the area. See if maybe we get a newspaper too. See if anything interesting's been happening quite recently.
We could also
I mean,
research
that-
that thing that our lovely Pat is looking for so closely.
That
The
big
towers
chicken.
of yeah,
The big
Oh,
chicken.
is there one of those here in Belgrade?
we don't know.
We
None of us
can
have been
do some
here.
research for that.
So I say library first.
Right.
Well, I'm going to go get a newspaper. I go
Right.
grab a newspaper.
On the way to the library.
Because it's on the way.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there are, it's this kind of age where boys would be in the street, kind of like, throwing out newspapers to you, get your Daily Mail, that kind of thing. And
You're very cockney for Belgrade.
yeah, he is, yeah. Hello, get your Daily Mail. Get your yes.
That's the most intimidating paperboy I've ever
Paperboy, you want
he
your
has like
mail?
a, he has like
Yeah.
a full-grown beard.
The Yugoslavian mail is a little different. Yeah, yeah, he's got his full fucking beard. He's like 10 years old. Yeah.
Yes.
Heavy trench coat. Okay, so you pick up a mail, and you read all about it. And indeed, Rob, yeah, great minds. There's local events. Nothing like pops out of your mind as like particularly bizarre and strange, which is good. And you head towards a library. And you head inside. And, all these big libraries that you guys are pretty used to seeing at this point and being around. There's a man who's uniformed who appears to be the kind of librarian that you have to, like, check in. So this is a particularly sort of like bougie kind of
How
librarian.
creepy is the librarian?
On a creepy
He
scale of librarians.
I'll show you a picture of him, but it would take me forever. He's wearing a suit and tie. He's young and has a little cap on. He's got dark hair.
Is he good looking?
He's not
he
really.
cute?
No, he's a little bit. He's a little bit froggy. Really?
Oh, he's French.
He's French, yeah. You know, he looks. You know, he's got. He's not particularly handsome. He's not ugly. He's just, you know.
Use your charm.
He's not
everyone.
Birdo.
He's not
Usually.
Bertho, is he? Yeah.
Charm.
Use your womanly wiles.
He says, "Hello, welcome to library." Wait, you know, after a
Can I
while.
roll appearance for that?
Sure, if you
Only
wanna-
Wiles.
Yeah, sure, you could roll an appearance to like charm him.
No,
He's
no.
like,
I passed with the simulacrum.
mate, she's munted. It's like it's literally only the power of the simulacrum which is warping his mind.
I have a bone to pick with him.
He's like, I'm drunk. So yeah, he looks at you, and after a while of, you know, going back and forth with languages, speaks an accented English, and hello, pretty lady. No,
You want to go bowling?
hey, you want the ball with my cousin? Yeah, he says, hello, how can I help?
Your brain went stupid all of a sudden.
Is it were you struck by his beauty?
um, we are here to check in, and we also wanted to do some research and was wondering if you could kind of point us in a good direction or possibly had knowledge of certain books that we were looking for.
Oh, okay. What kind of book are you looking for?
She looks to Pat. She can't say it.
Oh,
Pat leans forward and says, "Do you have a big clock tower in the town that we can look at in a book?"
Clock tower. There is one being constructed currently, but no existing clock towers in Belgrade.
Oh, is that a big occurrence, getting a clock tower in town?
It's in the, you know, current news, I suppose, but it's not exactly the most exciting thing to ever have happened to a town, although it has been rejuvenated somewhat after the war, you understand. So it is a big, I suppose, injection of cash and infrastructure to our city.
Who's doing the injecting of said cash? Who's the architect and the builder behind this magnificent erection?
His name is Milovan Todorovic, which I will write down for you guys. Milovan Todorovic. Milovan Todorovic.
Well, that certainly isn't Macri.
unless it's his Yugoslavian name.
It's translated to Yugoslavian. Yeah.
Yes, translated. Do you happen to know of a businessman by the name of Mehmet Makriat?
I can't say I do.
Good.
Okay. So you want to know more about the tower, or are you tourists?
Sure.
Tourists a bit. I do, business articles on holy
Holy hand grenades.
holy artifacts
Oh.
and religious sightings, specifically of the Christian nature typically.
Oh, I see.
Would you happen to have any, books of lore on that type of thing?
Not specifically, but I do know there's a Bureau of National Treasures. You could go there and you could see some of them. It is, probably some of them are quite holy.
All right. Writing that down. Also, you have any books of Joan of Arc?
Yeah, probably. He'll go and get you, like, you know, the the compendium on on Joan of Arc.
Got to study this.
There you go, and you're welcome.
Oh, thank you.
Anything else I can help you with? Are you staying here long? Yeah, looks
Just
at Evelyn.
passing
Looks at Evelyn because
through.
he's been charmed by her. Are you staying in town long? You're muted.
I just
You're just
what?
staring at him. I love her. She's just like, huh? What? Are you talking to me? Oh.
Oh, I'm married.
Oh. What?
Oh.
Oh, okay. Marriage in town. Very nice. Any other book you are looking for, or anything else I can help you with?
Yeah, you know you said the national treasures, all of that stuff. You wouldn't happen to have an inventory or a book, or when it
Aye.
was opened, or anything like that?
Or any stories behind them?
There is some books on them. I will note that it is not open to the public. I think you have to apply for a special admission. I think there is probably some kind of fee involved. But if you're a true antiquarian, I'm sure this will be no
Aye.
problem.
Love antiques.
So,
mean, I've-
could we possibly have that book so we
Of
can?
course, of course. He
thank you very
goes and comes back 5 minutes later with this heavy tome on the Bureau of National Treasures.
Thank you. We'll just get to this right now. Thank you.
Aye.
And
Harv and Pat are in sync today, man. That was my next question. I was like, I know there's going to be a broken off fucking arm sitting in that book, and we're going to be like,
Harvey goes, sits down with Evelyn.
Oh, okay.
Well, you're the best person to, you know.
You
examine it.
say that.
Well, you've had the most experience. If you could find something that could represent an arm, or you know, like something out of the ordinary in this book, could be in that building. We
Will I
may not
succeed?
even need to see the doctor. We can give him a middle finger and skip him altogether.
Okay.
that's an extreme success for her. Yeah.
Very nice. Wow, Evelyn succeeded on a library use role.
I know.
I know.
I'm good
First
at my
time
job
in-
today.
15 or 16 episodes, yeah. She manages to read through it. And it has this, you know, big like categories of what's in the Bureau of National Treasures and, you know, when it was set up. Yeah. So basically you learn that it's kind of a small office, the Bureau itself, but there's like a museum within it. It has its own building. Which is protected by actual soldiers because it's similar to like an embassy deal. Like these are national treasures. They are. It seems as though they're. It's like the crown jewels, right? You can't just like fucking walk into Buckingham Palace unless you're like on a tour guide or whatever. Like, you know, there are soldiers around this place, so it seems like it's very well protected. On that extreme success, you do learn that there is a piece of a statue within, which hails, it's believed from somewhere in France.
That would be it.
However, this place
Well, it
is
looks like we need to go there then.
Agreed.
this
Nancy
place-
says, looking up from her intense study of this Joan of Arc book.
What are you learning from it anyway?
I don't know, but I'm going to try my darndest to be a holy warrior woman of God.
You do remember how Joan of Arc ends.
And it seems like we're all gonna fucking end up that way if we don't do nothing about these damn Turks anyway.
Yeah. Tell me when you get to the point where Joan downs bottle after bottle of whiskey.
Well, that's just the Scottish, you know, in me. She's French. They drink wine. I'm sure it's just, you know, omitted for,
They
you
skipped
know.
that chapter.
Aye.
That was in her mid-20s.
Okay, so we know where it is, which is a giant fortress building. There are tours, which we could go in. we could potentially bribe some workers there to help us out, but it's the soldiers I'm worried about. Mm-hmm. Yes, Pat.
We have chickens that turn us invisible.
Yes. Seems too easy. Something in my gut just tells me that they'll have something for that. I don't know what, I don't know why, but in my gut, I've just got this feeling. We could try it. I mean,
Why don't
if it doesn't work, we just go back, right?
why don't we go on a tour and I'll go to phase 2, and if all hell breaks loose, I'll go back to phase 1 and I'll probably get shot, but
I'd rather you not get shot.
I know, but I mean, I don't think these guys are ready for a cult. I mean, look where Mehmet's people have gone. They were all through the government buildings in London and Paris and all kinds of shit, man. You know, went through the asylum, went through, I mean, look at cathedrals, you know, popping up invisible and shit. I mean, it's got to work for us one time.
I think that surveillance is the best thing first, that we go in there, seeing what's there before we just start popping chickens.
Yes,
So,
I agree. Take the tour. Have a look at the
tour.
building.
You do have to, you're pretty sure you do have to apply for one of these. So you would have to
Can I
go.
ask the librarian like how long that process would take?
Yeah, he he says, I don't know, I think at least a couple of days, maybe a week. It's quite tight security on these kind of places. But if you're staying for a while, as you say, it shouldn't be too much of a problem. You can go to the bureau and apply for it today.
I think we will.
Do that. And I'll willingly charm my way through that too.
And if that doesn't work, we'll just throw money at them.
So charming. I'm married.
I wasn't paying attention, so that's kind of why she said that.
I'm married. So yeah, he's like, well, good luck with your trip.
Well, thank you very much.
And your
You've been
marriage. No.
Most helpful.
Nancy's become Khaleesi. Nancy of Aberdeen, holy warrior of all detectives, protector of the Scottish, first of her name.
King of the Andals. And the first man. I like it.
Queen of the Iron Throne.
Extreme breaker of bottles.
Breaker of bottles, yes. All right, so you're headed out from the library and headed towards the bureau?
Yeah.
Okay. So you head towards the bureau, out into the streets, and it's not long before you can, direct yourself there, have a quick navigate, and within half an hour you're at the bureau. There is a long kind of line of people waiting outside, and there's one of those little kind of like outside sort of box office buildings, and there's a pane of glass, and you can like slide things underneath, that kind of deal. The woman at the desk looks up at you. She looks somewhat disinterested to see you, and she has a big stack of paper next to her. Next.
Harvey, use your charm.
Use my charm.
Yeah, I can't woo a lady.
You don't know what she's into.
I can't woo a lady. It's 1923. These things just don't happen.
I'll do my best.
Okay.
Excuse me. Am I bothering you?
She shakes her head. What do you need?
Yes. The four of us would like a pass for the tour, please.
Okay. She hands you 4 forms to fill out, which basically include name, address, occupation. There's also a waiver that you sign that you don't steal anything while you're there, all this property belongs to them, etc. And she says, also, I'm going to need to sign some ID. I'm gonna need to see some ID.
Oh, some ID.
I'm too busy laughing at if you're filling out your own character sheet.
Yeah.
Actually, I don't know. Do I have any ID?
We have IDs.
You have IDs. It's just whether or
We
not you want
left
to
with them.
show them your real
We
IDs.
lost them in the
thing.
war.
Lost.
that
That was years
was
ago.
literally years ago.
I was like, oh, it's 1924, right? It was like,
Oh, actually,
in
Harvey's
23.
got 2 sets of ID.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because you took your
You can
old
use
wallet.
Hans.
oh yeah, I
Oh.
do.
Got
I do
Hans.
have 2 sets. Yeah, so because I have 2 sets.
And we have Hans's
Got
ID.
Hans's, I
Yeah,
think
you
it's
can-
Still
Pat
my
has.
ID.
You have your
It's
slice
so
and you
sad.
have Hans's.
It's not like
There's
they're
no-
taking your ID.
There's
She's
there's no pictures on those IDs.
Yeah, because it's the 1920s.
She wants
Yeah.
to see 'em.
Hans.
I still don't want them to know it's my name.
Well, then give him Hans's ID.
But he needs
Listen.
all of our IDs.
Yeah, they need all.
Okay. Well, at least one of us will get off scot-free.
Yes, ID.
Pat
we-
goes up and gives him his State Department certification from
Mhm.
the United States.
What you didn't know is that Evelyn's library is really good at making fake IDs now.
No.
actually
If
run an
only.
underground
It's a side business.
Forgery.
Forgery
department,
business,
Yes, yes. As Pat does that, I goes, I didn't really want to mention this because of the people around, but we're working with the US government in cooperation with the local government in something that could potentially threaten this very building right here. We need to keep it hush hush, you understand?
You got any evidence? Papers?
Well, we have a badge right here. They don't just give these things out willy-nilly to any person coming, do they? Do they?
let
I
me
go,
Nope.
let me check in. And
We're like a government building.
she
Well,
goes
you see,
she goes away.
Oh.
She's like turning to go. Unless you want to catch her.
yeah. Just before you go, you see, it's very, very top secret. As in, probably your bosses don't even know about it. This goes up to the very top.
Aye.
You
She
understand?
gives you this.
That's not sketchy or
She
anything.
gives you
Think
this
from
look,
inside.
which is like I'm talking to an insane man. She says,
Joke's
"Oh,
on her.
I'm going to check." And
Uh,
Charm
listen,
her.
What do you want me to
it's
do?
not
Oh,
a
you-
spell.
Very
Evelyn.
Thank you for being strong.
Pat stops her and says, "Listen, ma'am, can we just fill out these forms? We will give them to you, and then we will walk out the door, and you can finish your day."
Roll me
That's the
persuade.
most sensible you have ever been.
Can't wait for this persuade check.
I know. Oh.
Oh, there it is.
Oh.
Oh, out of the way, pretty boy.
She wants a man.
The lady?
She wants a
Just
real
give him
man.
Hans's ID. And then
She,
we'll give him,
um,
like our legit IDs. We
She
can
like,
suffer.
yeah, she gives you like a thankful look, and she's like, just whatever you do, don't talk about governments and stuff like that. Otherwise, soldiers get involved.
Aye.
So
'Cause
fill out.
They had a revolution, like,
Mhm.
say 23 in 1918, so like 5 years ago.
Yeah, it's not so long since
They
there's
were
been
they
a big.
were Serbia, so now they're the Kingdom of
Yugoslavia, yeah.
Yugoslavia.
Which you guys may or may not be tracking. I mean, like, some of you may have some information about, like, the politics of this area. More likely, like, you've got this vague idea that it's kind of like Russia. And
Yeah,
Harvey may know something.
Yeah,
I don't
he
know.
keeps up to date. Reads the time.
He reads the Times, doesn't he? He's got a Huffington Post podcast he listens to every week. Yeah.
Pat knows nothing. He,
Yeah,
he
Pat's-
doesn't know where they are. He thinks it's
He's-
Ireland.
He's in enemy territory right now. That's all he knows.
Yeah.
But yeah, like you can definitely see there's a lot of soldiers like patrolling this. They have machine guns. They do not like look happy whatsoever. And they're kind of like patrolling the snow-covered streets. And it seems as though this place has quite a military presence as well for a town. It seems like there are soldiers that walk around. You'll see like Humvees go by with like, you know, soldiers in them. So it's definitely the most military like city that you've been in at this point. It wouldn't be out of the ordinary to see like a tank like rolling by in this sort of place. So she nods and says, fill out forms, show ID, and then come back in a few days. And so you guys give her your IDs. Presumably you give her Hans's, Harvey? Or...
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, sure, we'll give it hands.
Okay.
I quickly check what Hans' surname is.
I have it written down.
Yeah. You also like have to make up an address and stuff like that for Hans, but like you'll also let you make it up on the fly. Yeah. So basically, she takes them. She like does a little stamp on them. She keeps them. She gives back your ID and says, "Okay, 3 days, and you can come in."
Thank you very much.
Meeting is at 8 a.m.
8 a.m.
8 a.m. 3 days from now.
3 days.
Thank you.
And she like hands you this other like form, which is things not to bring inside the National Bureau, which it's like
Nice.
pointy things, explosive things, things that shoot other things, cameras, the usual
That's
stuff.
like everything
Drugs.
in my purse. Pointy things that shoot.
Set of car
cameras.
simulacrums. No. Yeah.
Yeah.
And you will be searched upon arrival. You're fairly certain. There's like a security gate, so you'll want to be sure to either hide things very well or just not bring bad things in. So
Well,
yeah, you guys are out in the snowy streets.
Hotel.
Or we can say it's like a prosthetic arm and a prosthetic leg.
I have a prosthetic body. I carry it with me at all times.
I'm really into Shakespeare.
Right. There's no way that we can all go in then, because someone's gonna have to stay with the simulacrum. If we leave them in a hotel room, that shit is
We
gone.
can't. I don't think we should leave them with Berto.
I think.
What the bird though? I don't
we
take
should give
statue.
them to Pat, and I think Pat should stay back, maybe. And
Yeah, I guess. I mean, we.
Do you want me to choke the chicken? Got it. I do. I was going to do it anyway. I go to phase 2. I say, like when we walk out, I walk around a corner. Will
No.
go to phase 2.
Okay.
Oh, he's doing it
doing
already.
this random phasing, you're gonna give Evelyn a heart attack.
Okay. I come back around, Will, and I wait for somebody to open the door into the waiting area, because this is all in the place, right? This is all in the Bureau of National Treasures. We're
Yeah,
just in, like,
so you're in the outbuilding. There is like a gated perimeter outside, and then there's guards on doors as well. So it's possible that you could, sneak in through a gateway.
I'm going to do this first. I want to go to the outbuilding that had the woman in it
Mhm.
that just did our stuff for us behind the glass. I wait for somebody to open the door, and I go in with them.
Mhm.
Wait for them to. I stand there, wave my hands and stuff. Can she see me?
She does not see you.
Okay. And when the person leaves, I follow them out through the door,
Okay.
and then go back to one. I walk up.
Okay,
She
nice.
couldn't
nice.
see me.
All right. So you're in you're in the gate, and you guys see like Pass disappeared, and then you see him reappear on the other side of the gate. He doesn't have a pass on him, however. Which
No, I didn't go in the building. No, I went.
you want to
I
go
went
where?
When
You-
we walked into the appointment area, and somebody else was getting help or
Mhm,
whatever.
Yeah.
I was just standing there to see if I would be visible to her, and then
Oh, and
as
then you
soon as
go
that
out.
dude just
Okay.
left,
Oh, okay.
I retreated back where we went. Yeah.
Gotcha,
Oh
gotcha,
geez.
I was like, he's gone in there. Like, what? So, yeah, okay. So you come back out with, he reappears a few moments later, going out of a dark alley. So it seems like she had no idea that you were there. So the group of you rejoin one another.
Mm.
She couldn't see me. That's a good sign.
It could be very helpful. However, I just got this feeling in the pit of my stomach that further in they're gonna see us. I mean, if they haven't seen us, why hasn't Makriad's men already gone in to get it?
Aye.
There's something that just doesn't feel right.
Like this is one of the
Too simple.
easiest ones to find. I feel like they probably know where it is.
It's like in plain view, anyone can find it. I mean, hell, it took us less than 5 minutes to figure out that it would be here. There's something else at work here.
Yeah, you're right. Will, when I flipped through the phases, did the place look any different? And 3 and 4?
It doesn't appear any different.
Okay, just color wise.
Just color-wise, yeah.
Okay.
I say we grab a cup of tea. maybe some scones. Relax. For
Some
a few
whiskey.
days. Yes, whiskey. Relax for a
For
few
3 days. Yep, this is what we're doing.
You know,
I mean, unless you've got something else. I mean, we can go to the library, study some more, try and find
Benelek.
more information about the building.
We could go see the doctor to see what information he has.
He already knows we're here.
I
we
think
really
I
have
think
to-
he'll find us.
Yeah, that means we can't leave each other's side.
Ugh,
We've got to
I
stay
know.
together.
Great, but
I was hoping to avoid actually contacting him.
he's going to contact us. I guarantee.
That's what I'm thinking. So we should probably do our own thing and try to get as much done as we would like to in that amount of time.
Yes, you study in Turkish.
Yeah, Macriat's coming back too. Wait a minute.
Maybe we should go to a church, guys.
Very good.
Javelin's so triggered. Just not like churches.
Nancy loves them.
I mean,
You weren't flayed.
Nope.
if you want, Nancy, I suppose I could go.
We
with you.
could stop by one on like the way to get some tea or something.
Sure. That's what you want.
Or
I
the library or something.
don't-
At some point in the next 3 days.
Yeah, I don't really have anything in particular that I need to do.
Okay.
I also don't want to waste a bunch of days, though.
Yeah, I suppose I could research the building itself.
You
Maybe
also,
try-
you also have the
Well,
clock tower that you can look into.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that.
We could always check that
I was
out.
planning on just ignoring that,
That's not real.
not thinking
not
about
happening.
it.
I've
It's
got
not
a couple.
fully constructed yet.
How far is it done from being complete?
You could go see it if you wanted.
Yeah, let's go see it. We've got time to kill. Why not?
Alright,
Let's see.
Yeah.
sure. Because this is
I-
a great idea.
Nancy and I could go in and ask Ithaca.
Oh,
I'd rather we leave Ithaca behind.
We didn't part on bad terms. Just
Not good
You
to.
kind of threw grenades at him.
Yeah.
the pins weren't pulled on them.
You still threw grenades at him.
we could say it was to help him fight Turks. It's. I still
I'm
don't
sorry
think
they
we
got
should-
stuck on the chain. Oops.
My bad.
No, we were going to blow them up if the Turks got too close.
It's just a body that you're possessing. It's not like
Let's
you're
go to the
actually
clock
there.
tower.
Okay.
Okay.
Sounds great.
Shauna says the Turkish cultural travel has liked one of my Instagram pictures there after me. So
They're
funny.
on to him.
They know. So yes, the group you head through Belgrade until you come to the construction site of the new tower, and in the first phase that you're in, you can see that it's almost completed. The tower itself there are people working on it, and it's a very, huge tall structure similar to the ones that you saw before, very much in the style of Macriat's towers. And, it's, from anyone who has much of a construction point of view, it's probably like a few days to maybe a few weeks to being finished.
Okay, it's like 3 days away.
You don't know.
So, wait a minute. So, Macria wants these towers built, right?
Aye.
So, we can assume that potentially Macrihat has people inside the local government making sure that the tower is built, right? Therefore, we could also assume that Macriat has people inside of the National Treasury to maybe protect it while this thing's being built,
Oh.
right?
Why wouldn't they take the piece already then if they have men inside?
Well, it's inside a building with hundreds, with guards around, armed guards. Pretty well secure. I don't know. I'm not in. The man's insane.
Or they're waiting for the tower to be finished before they do it.
Could be. I don't know.
Or it's exactly what Harv said. What better way to pick up the 4 pieces that we got is if we're dumb enough to go into what is essentially Fort Knox, carrying all 4 pieces, trying to steal this mythical 5th piece, and then they spring their trap.
Alright, next time then I'll tell Berto to fire up the train. They'll obviously have this one. They've already got the head. Or not the head, they've got some
a
piece.
leg
I thought
or
they already
something.
had the torso.
They have something in Constantinople.
They took something
Cod
in
piece.
Milan. They took the cod piece in Milan.
Yeah.
You know, they're going to get the pieces we missed. Let's just go to the next town. Let them pick up the whatever piece that is.
What time of day is it currently?
You got in at 9 a.m., so at this point it's probably like midday.
So there's probably a bunch of people around the clock tower.
Sure, yeah, there's people, construction workers are on it.
Will, does it look like, since it's so close to being completed, does it look like the other ones?
It does, yes.
Yeah, okay.
So,
So I was gonna say maybe we could tamper with it or something.
what you mean, sabotage the clock tower?
Yeah.
I don't
Sabotage
think
it
we
and
have.
then leave.
Do you have
I mean-
grenades, I guess?
Yeah, I mean, we don't. I mean, we have grenades, but they won't do much against solid concrete.
No.
They will if we go to 4. If this thing's like the other ones, it's
I-
hot.
Mhm.
Last
Also,
time
killing
that we were in that particular place with the clock, the thingy.
Can I look? Do I see any Turks or people playing chess around while we're like sitting here looking at
No.
this tower?
No one's playing chess or Turkish. And
Okay.
either of, yeah.
Okay.
It didn't go well. We saw Harvey die, and I have a fear now. So let's.
Oh yeah, how are you still standing around this thing?
I'm not looking at it. I've
She's just, like,
turned-
It's not
She's looking at
finished.
y'all.
Oh yeah, they
It's-
haven't got the hands
not
on
done
yet.
yet. Yeah.
It's just the tower right now.
It's the tower.
It's just a magnificent erection.
Only numbers 1 through 4 are painted on the clock face.
Yeah, you're all good.
That's awesome.
Let's not talk about it, okay?
You know what? I think we should book ourselves into the best hotel we can find and just have a day of relaxation.
I agree.
All right.
Okay. So you head to the nearest hotel,
The best.
Where are you
hotel
taking
the
her?
nearest
Like
best hotel that you guys can afford.
5-star.
5-star hotel, all right. And you see the person at check-in. And as you enter into the hotel, you recognize this person because the person checking you in, dressed in full kind of suit and dings a little bell as you come in, is one Dr. LaRue.
Mm-hmm.
This is
Can we go stay at a different hotel?
I pull out my
I-
son of shot.
the doors. The doors
Beautiful,
close
yes.
close behind
for me.
you. The doors close
I
behind
feel
you as
like
you
we
walk
would
in.
walk open the door and be like, no, and
There are two big people who at first you think are humans, and you realize there's something wrong with their flesh.
they're
It's
inside out, aren't they?
inside out, and these two very big gentlemen close the doors behind you, and Dr. LaRue says, welcome to the hotel. And that is
Oh.
where we're going to be wrapping up tonight's episode of Call of Cthulhu.
Have one night in a
I know, just one.
hotel.
Give me one night. No, that would be too much to ask, I'm afraid. I'll give you a quarter of a night at one point. But yes, my friends, that's where we're wrapping up tonight's episode, and we're going to head into our next game here in a couple of minutes, which is D&D 5e, and we're doing a Monster Mash, which is all the players playing monsters and horrible creatures and getting up to no good. But if you guys enjoyed this episode, please do let us know in chat if you enjoyed it as well. If you haven't joined us yet, hit that follow button and join us. And let's go around the cast and crew. Did we enjoy ourselves, and where can we find one another online? Let's start with Redundant. Action-packed episode.
Yes, it was a lot of good fun. I really enjoyed it. The story's progressing very nicely. Harvey and Pat are starting to see eye to eye on certain things.
Yeah.
The method of them, I think they understand. They have the same idea. It's just the method of achieving that goal is going to differ between the two. But yeah, it was a lot of good fun. I really enjoyed it. And I can't wait for next week.
Fantastic.
When I shotgun this guy in the face.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm Redundant UK. You can find me on Twitch, twitch.tv/Redundant UK. You can check me out on Twitter, Redundant_UK. And you can also check me out in Encounter Roleplay, chat, modding, chilling,
Chilling.
lurking,
Like it.
watching.
Watching. Much like Fenwick. Always watching. Ah, fantastic. Greg.
Well, if Redundant is going to have Harv open up with a shotgun at the beginning of next episode, I dare say that he and Pat are going to see very eye to eye
For a second time.
right, until we're dead.
Yeah.
Always, like I said this at the beginning, my week begins and ends with the 3 hours I get to ride with these guys on the Orient or Burroughs train or whatever we're on, and have Will DM us through absolute hell, and it's great. It is the best. I love it. This is awesome. Grimjack21502, Twitch and Twitter. You can see me here again on Encounter Roleplay on Monday nights from 4 to 7 Eastern Time, doing Journey into Middle-earth. But I said it once and I'll say it again. Wednesdays 1 to 4, Call of Cthulhu is where it's at.
Fantastic. Yes, Liberto train. Horror on Liberto Express. Fantastic. Lindy.
Wow. Oh my gosh. I thought we were gonna die. I thought it was literally gonna be rocks fall, everyone dies. Like.
It nearly was.
Or I was so prepared also to just douse Nancy in holy water, blood, and then just whoop, just dive in. But thankfully, I didn't have to do that. Crazy. Love it. Hate Dr. LaRue, so next week should be fun. Yeah. Loved it. You can find me on Twitch, Twitter, and Instagram as LaughLoveLindy. I stream Dungeons & Dragons, video games, and cosplay.
Fantastic. And Haley. Oh,
So,
there you go.
just so much going on in every episode where you're just like, when will it end? Will we have peace? No. Joke's on you every episode. But I have expected at least 2 of us to die during today's episode, and was very surprised and very happy that we received those nat 20s, because without those, we would definitely have not made it through that at all. But,
Fantastic.
I'm the Great Healy. You can find me on Twitter, Instagram, Twitch. I stream Wednesday, Thursday, Fridays, and Saturdays. Yeah.
I am not going to sneeze. Fantastic. Yes, go
Bless
follow these guys on all of their exciting adventures and shenanigans that they get up to. And we're going to be heading over to our next one shot, which is Le Monster Mesh. She did the mesh. I very much enjoyed today. Anytime I get to be Fenwick, it reveals my true inner desires. Which, of course, I've never been charged for. And, of course, I'm looking forward to getting to play Dr. LaRue again as well. Another one of my favourite returning villains who is just